Con orgullo en el pecho, cargo el escudo cada vez que salgo. Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siente euforia en la tribuna completa y me pongo la 10, sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro choco bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Este es de la Rose. Aquí sí yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día pa' otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin plata en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, que como lo hago, todos quieren que les explique. Vengo de abajo de estar estresado por el ticket. Yo soy la receta y la chef. Metí corazón y fe, y ahora vivo lo que manifesté. Lucha por tus sueños y pichar al que te diga que no puedes lograrlo. Los números son solo números, pero el joseo no puede comprarlo. 725, eso no da, por eso le hice caso abajo. Ahora estoy viviendo bien y mami tiene vira la cuenta banco.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato.
Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Tive na cara do gol pra fazer, obra de arte com a bola no pé. Agilidade pra corresponder, toda a frieza de um camisa 10. Malemolência pra enganar, estratégia do conceito, estratégia, o troféu tá em jogo, todos querem ganhar. Mas no final só um vai fazer festa, eternamente do adversário, ganhando a raça, assinando o talento. Fogos e bomba, troféu pro alto, isso é rotina do procedimento. Se a torcida deles é contra, festas o fortalecimento. A tática deixa a zaga até tonta, a vitória é fruto do desempenho. Ei, olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Sabadão no jogo, na arena e na área, o moleque estava. Sonador de primeira, mandou lá na caixa que tem de menor na quebrada. Ele aprende a fazer gol, então joga na telha que é peça fechada. E só entra, você vai, estende a bandeira, manda 2 pro alto. A vitória já chegou, os meninos conquistou. A vitória em grande estilo, dificuldade triplou. Ousadia é combustível, não é que clareou. Acompanha esse placar, no X1 vai virou. Agora é comemorar. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu
Pensaban
espaço.
que no, pero nadie puede contra las bendiciones que tira Dios. Enfoca en lo mío, no escucha a nadie, mira que se me dio. Todo lo que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol. Con orgullo en el pecho, cargo el escudo cada vez que salgo. Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siente euforia en la tribuna completa y me pongo la 10, sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro choco bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Este es de la Rose. Aquí sí yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día pa' otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin plata en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, que como lo hago, todos quieren que yo les explique. Yo vengo de abajo de estar estresado por el ticket.
decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato.
Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Agilidade pra corresponder, toda a frieza de um camisa 10. Malemolência pra enganar, estratégia do conceito, estratégia, o troféu tá em jogo, todos querem ganhar. Mas no final só um vai fazer festa, eternamente do adversário, ganha na raça, assinando o talento. Fogos e bomba, troféu pro alto, isso é rotina do procedimento. Se a torcida deles é contra, afetas o fortalecimento. A tática deixa a zaga até tonta, a vitória é fruto do desempenho. Ei, olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Sabadão no jogo na arena, na área, o moleque estava sonador de primeira, mandou lá na caixa que tem de menor na quebrada. Ele aprende a fazer gol, então joga na telha que é peça fechada. E só entra, você doma, estende a bandeira, manda dois pro alto. Da vitória já chegou, os meninos conquistou a vitória em grande estilo. Dificuldade triplou, ousadia é combustível. Não é que clareou, acompanha esse placar. No X1 vai virou, agora é comemorar. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu
Pensaban
espaço.
que no, pero nadie puede contra las bendiciones que tira Dios. Enfoca en lo mío, no escucha a nadie, mira que se me dio. Todo lo que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol. Con orgullo en el pecho, cargo el escudo cada vez que salgo. Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siente euforia en la tribuna completa y me pongo la 10, sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro jogó bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Este es de la Rose. Aquí si yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día pa' otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin falta en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, que como lo hago, todos quieren que yo les explique. Yo vengo de abajo de estar estresado por el ticket. Yo soy la
fruto do desempenho. Ei, olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero meu espaço.
Sabadão no jogo na arena, na área, o moleque estava. Sonador de primeira, mandou lá na caixa que tem de menor na quebrada. Ele aprende a fazer gol, então joga na telha que é peça fechada. E só entra, você doba, estende a bandeira, manda dois pro alto. A vitória já chegou, os meninos conquistou a vitória em grande estilo. Dificuldade triplou, ousadia é combustível. Não é que clareou, acompanha esse placar. Do X1 vai virou, agora é comemorar. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero meu
Pensaban
espaço.
que no, pero nadie puede contra las bendiciones que tira Dios. Enfoca en lo mío, no escucha a nadie, mira que se me dio. Todo lo que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol. Con orgullo en el pecho, cargo el escudo cada vez que salgo. Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siente euforia en la tribuna completa y me pongo la 10, sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro jogó bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Este es de la Rose. Aquí si yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día para otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin plata en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, que como lo hago, todos quieren que yo les explique. Yo vengo de abajo de estar estresado por el ticket. Yo soy la receta y la chef. Metí corazón y fe, y ahora vivo lo que manifesté. Lucha por tus sueños y píchala al que te diga que no puedes lograrlo. Los números son solo números, pero el joseo no puede comprarlo. 725, eso no da, por eso le hice caso a Papo. Ahora estoy viviendo bien y mami tiene vira la cuenta de banco.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero meu espaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato.
Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero meu espaço. Tive na cara do gol pra fazer obra de arte com a bola no pé. Agilidade pra corresponder, toda frieza de um camisa 10. Malemolência pra enganar, estratégia do conceito, estratégia, o troféu tá em jogo, todos querem ganhar. Mas no final só um vai fazer festa, eternamente do adversário, ganha na raça, assinando o talento. Fogos e bomba, troféu pro alto, isso é rotina do procedimento. Se a torcida deles é contra, afetas o fortalecimento. A tática deixa a zaga até tonta, a vitória é fruto do desempenho. Ei, olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave e não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero meu espaço.
Sabadão no jogo na arena, na área, o moleque estava. Sonador de primeira, mandou lá na caixa que tem de menor na quebrada. Ele aprende a fazer gol, então joga na telha que é peça fechada. E só entra, você doba, estende a bandeira, manda dois pro alto. Da vitória bola na trave não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 campos, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 campos, eu quero o meu espaço.
Pensaban que no, pero nadie puede contra las bendiciones que tira Dios. Enfoca en lo mío, no escucha a nadie, mira que se me dio. Todo lo que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol. Con orgullo en el pecho, cargo el escudo cada vez que salgo. Tranqui, yo me encargo de dejar a mi equipo en lo alto. Se siente euforia en la tribuna completa y me pongo la 10, sudo la camiseta. Salimos y puro jogó bonito, arriba en el marcador esa era la meta.
Este es de la Rose. Aquí si yo gano, todos coronamos. No fue un día pa' otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin plata en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todos coronamos. Dime, que como lo hago, todos quieren que yo les explique. Yo vengo de abajo de estar estresado por el ticket. Yo soy la receta y la chef. Metí corazón y fe, y ahora vivo lo que manifesté. Lucha por tus sueños y píchala al que te diga que no puedes lograrlo. Los números son solo números, pero el joseo no puede comprarlo. Desde 25 eso no da, por eso le hice caso a Papo. Ahora estoy viviendo bien y mami tiene vira la cuenta de banco.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave não define campeonato.
Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Tive na cara do gol pra fazer, obra de arte com a bola no pé, agilidade pra corresponder, toda a frieza de um camisa 10, malemolência pra enganar, estratégia do conceito, estratégia, o troféu tá em jogo, todos querem ganhar, mas no final só um vai fazer festa, eternamente do adversário, ganha na raça, assinando talento, fogo se bomba, troféu pro alto, isso é rotina do procedimento, se a torcida deles é contra, festas o fortalecimento, a tática deixa a zaga até tonta, a vitória é fruto do desempenho. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Sabadão no jogo na arena, na área, o moleque estava sonador de primeira, mandou lá na caixa que tem de menor na quebrada. Ele aprende a fazer gol, então joga na telha que é peça fechada. E só entra, você vai, estende a bandeira, manda 2 pro alto. A vitória já chegou, os meninos conquistou a vitória em grande estilo. Dificuldade triplou, ousadia é combustível. Não é que variou, acompanha esse placar. No X1 vai virou, agora é comemorar. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 campos, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 campos, eu quero o meu
Pensaban
espaço.
que no, pero nadie puede contra las bendiciones que tira Dios. Enfoca en lo mío, no escucha a nadie, mira que se me dio. Todo lo que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol. En el pecho, cargo el
is way off his mark, just a tad bit short.
Oh, that was very sloppy from Skarda, and he's exposed his side, and France pay the price. Slapdash touch, shooting themselves in the foot early on, and that will not help the confidence. And they cough up the ball again. Ben Sharif, who's just found the back of the net. Will he get his second? That's a good stop. Good stop.
What a hustle. What a way to track back.
Yeah, massive name, massive moment here for France. He steps forward and drills it. That is some relief. Really is for France, because they...
For the African side.
Yeah, it really was a school kid mistake, wasn't it? Terrible mistake. As the Algerians now will have to do some defending. It's very tight, terrific double stop in the end, but our referee, what has he seen here? Will they take a look at this again, or will they stick to the ruling on the field? Anthony, your thoughts on can he find the back of the net? Stepping forward, well taken. Keeper guesses the right way.
In our booth, number 16 will be in charge of the dice roll. Whatever this lands on, a reminder, will indicate how the first 3 minutes of the second half will be played, since it landed on 3.
France against Algeria. France in the blue. A couple of players down. Referee says, okay, this one sails into the back of the net. A wicked deflection. And as they did early in the first half, Algeria do exactly the same right at the start of the second. As this ball's played, having a chance here for the side in blue to get something well struck from the keeper. Driven in low. Lesek. Algeria probing from a tight angle. Whizzes in.
13 million followers on Snapchat.
All hoping, we assume, he's going to find the net. Can he do so? Well, he does. And he struck it.
Side thus far.
Yeah, they've been good to watch, Algeria. A lot of technique, a lot of heart. Here they come again. Now, can they extend the lead? Still open, and it's driven into the net. There's the answer to that question. And Harris, I think Martins had lost possession, but it was certainly a touch on the shin there, but he was down on the ground as well.
From up here in the booth, you can see the reaction from the Algerians that say, okay, it's no foul. We see the reactions from the French that say it is.
Instead of his side trailing, a chance to put them back on level terms, and does exactly that. Top corner, could have been trailing by 2. Instead,
double goal. In the final, I think we're going to get Spain versus Brazil. Brazil have their revenge and win it all. That's my prediction. We got the CG there wrong. It's actually just a regular penalty.
Skarda, who's hit the net once, does so again from the penalty spot. His third of the night. Again poised here. France just edging it until now. Well, what a strike. What a wonder goal from a long, long way out. It's a really crucial time here. Now, drills it in, Harris.
We'll take some Asai. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.
Still, the playoff goes in. Here, it drifts into the net, but only just. The man who scored that thunderous goal moments ago hits the metalwork. Baller now races forward. He's got 5 seconds. Tries to create the space for himself. The keeper gets a touch. Is he done? He has the name. Has he got the pedigree? He hasn't. Balasek committed.
But with that finish, he doesn't have the game. The nephew of Zinedine Zidane denied.
Now this is big here for the French. Can they put it away? Wonderful skills! That's how you score! Step forward. He's passed it 5 seconds. He's got the 5 on the back. A keeper denies him. Lasek in terrific form. France coming back from that defeat against Italy.
Can he find the back of the net again? He's able to connect with the teammate, Juan Carlos Aruna off the post. 7v7 right now, and the teams can activate the precedent penalties and the secret cards. Here comes Spain, goal line. Not a bad effort there from Pelas, but he didn't quite have an angle, did he? Between Brazil and Spain. Oh, this is the loose ball. This might be 1-0 for Spain, and yes it is! The Spanish lead Oscar Cole. Here comes Spain. Right hand side, driven in, almost 2-0. Spain, oh so close to doubling their lead. Here comes Spain, left hand side, Nolap.
I think what you find is
The number 15.
Yeah, for me that's okay. But it's so close. But of course,
Movimento adicional
inevitably
6.
it's going to get given. And for me,
Calma, acalma.
you've got to use your kind of common sense. How close was he when he struck the ball? Okay, the arms are out, but he's diving in.
The
Aguarda.
referee sounds the whistle, Nolap. Calm, cool, collected. Straight through the quarterfinals, Qatar going to the last chance, and Peru in third. No wins for the... Oh, here's the through ball! Spain make it 4-0. This is the booth in charge of the English broadcast, Adil Rami. 2v2. That's what it's going to be. Let's see what this beginning of the second half reserves for us. Almost no lap. Tapping it in. 4 goals. Here's Frio. He's going to tee up Varone! And Peru have a lifeline.
But it's just that little bit of a lifeline, as you said. They've got to press forward. They have to commit. They've got to go for it now.
A goal on one side, a goal on the other. That's the speed at which the Spanish score the 5th, 3rd of the competition.
Yeah, just when Peru...
And it's a goal on the other end. It's a back and forth game. It doesn't get any better than this. It's the Brazilian-Peruvian Bruno Agnello. He's the top scorer for Spain in the competition thus far on his right foot. Tries to chip Frio, who was having none of it. Is he going to go for goal? Yes, he is. And is it going to go in? The answer is also yes. From coast to coast, from goal to goal. This is why he's going to switch his foot. He's ambidextrous, apparently. Right foot on it.
Trousers caught on his feet.
There's the whistle. Spursito. A rocket off the crossbar and in. Spain.
Crucial.
After what we've seen so far from these teams, it's... What a goal! Sensational strike from Oscar Cole. And that just might be the nail in the coffin to the very end, and then one team manages to shoot ahead. It's a shootout for Spain.
So does this count if he gets it as his 3rd?
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that, my friend. Here's Pelaz. Unsuccessful.
That was poor. Poor from Pelaz.
That Spain do not score, a player will be leaving the field on each side. But here comes Spain right now.
Closer than I thought.
VAR intervention.
Not here, of course, but with VAR in general, that you're talking about millimetres separating what was a decent goal, and the mental strength really kicks in. You've got to dig in deep.
Here's Juan Carlos, he pulls the trigger, cut across! And El Varone gives Peru another lifeline. But Spain still have it. Here's Nolap. Cuts towards his left, and he drives it in! And that seals the deal for Spain. They beat Peru 8-5. Spain shoot to the very top of Group D.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil.
É só uma chance.
Fue un día pa' otro, nada regalado. Yo soñé con esto sin falta en el mercado. Y si mi equipo gana, todo coronamos. Dime, dime.
It's the Kings World Cup of Nations Brazil 2026. Hello and welcome to the Trident Arena in São Paulo, Brazil. From wherever you're watching us around planet Earth, we are very, very happy to have you here with us match day 2, day number 3 of the competition here in the largest city in South America. Today, 4 more teams will be playing their second match of the journey to the Allianz Parque. I'm talking about Chile, Morocco, Argentina, and Japan. Anthony Wells here alongside me, my good friend and caster as well, John Cottrell. What a pleasure, buddy, once again.
Absolutely fabulous tournament so far. Lots more to come in this Kings Universe, live and direct from the city of São Paulo in the Trident Arena.
This is what went down yesterday. France beating Algeria in the shootout after a thrilling 5-5 tie. The French with a rebound win after that resounding defeat to Italy. Spain still flying high. Peru put up a good fight, but Spain were just too good. Victory against Brazil, victory against another South American side.
Yeah, they had to battle for that one though, the Spanish.
Let's have a look at the standings. This is how the tables are looking thus far in the competition. Morocco at the top of Group A, the US at the top of Group B, Italy flying high, 2 wins in 2 matches. Look at that, a 12-goal difference for the Italians, a true goal-scoring machine. Huge win for the French, though, now moving into second. Spain at that top of Group D, Brazil still dead last. They play tomorrow against Qatar, who were in that last chance berth, and of course, Indonesia at the top of Group E. Keeping in mind, these standings can change and shuffle over the course of the competition. Many teams yet to play their second game.
Yeah, exactly. We won't get a real picture until maybe tomorrow when everyone's played at least 2 matches, and then we'll have a good idea what is what.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you the anthem of the Kings World Cup of Nations here in São Paulo, Brazil. All World Cups, of course, have their own song, and this Nations of Brazil could not be any different. I am talking about Lá Vem Golaço, an absolute hit by MC Ariel, MC Marques, Chris R, and De La Rose.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Sábado no jogo na Nerinário, o moleque estava sonador de primeira, mandou lá na caixa que tem de menor na quebrada. Ele aprende a fazer gol, então joga na telha que é peça fechada. E só entra, você dobra, estende a bandeira, manda 2 pro alto. A vitória já chegou, os meninos conquistou a vitória em grande estilo. Dificuldade triplou, ousadia é combustível. Não é que clareou, acompanha esse placar. Do X1 vai virou, agora é comemorar. Olho no lance, tá bem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu espaço. Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não define campeonato. Fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. Tem 7 em campo, eu quero o meu
Pensaban
espaço.
que no, pero nadie puede contra las bendiciones que tira Dios. Enfoca en lo mío, no escucha a nadie, mira que se me dio. Todo lo que soñaba cuando era niño con tiempo se logró. Valió la pena todo el sacrificio, somos ganadores, no fallamos un gol.
Los números son solo números, pero el joseo no puede comprarlo. 725, eso no da, por eso le hice caso abajo. Ahora estoy viviendo bien y mami tiene vira la cuenta banco.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço. Bola na trave, não decide o campeonato. É que eu fiquei mais forte, o jogo não ficou mais fácil. É só uma chance, eu quero o meu espaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço.
Olho no lance, lá vem golaço, an absolute hit, the anthem of the Kings World Cup of Nations Brazil 2026. All right, everyone, we see the teams warming up in just a few moments for you. We got Chile versus Morocco, Morocco versus Chile. Let's go over right now the most important things that happened yesterday. Let's get the highlights on your screen right now. The first thing that I want to talk about, John, is the French victory, their first victory of the competition, and what a way to do it, huh?
They had to do it. And as we saw from the tables moments ago, it's put them in a decent position there, but that pounding by Italy, a real psychological blow. So it was all to play for the French, so they pulled it out less than convincing, I'd say, but they got the job done and they're back in the hat. So you can see the smiles. You can see how much that win meant for them.
Yeah, huge win for the side from Adil Rami. We're going to talk about him in just a few minutes. The match went to a shootout to decide which way the balance would tip. The French were very clinical, and they came out on top against the Algerians. Algeria will face Italy in the final game. That's going to be an interesting clash, and so will France versus Poland. What we really saw here was a better French side, especially after that game against Italy. They're in a better position, but still a tricky one after that 8-0 loss to the Italians. Let's talk about this guy, Anthony Scaramuzzino, a.k.a. Scara, who went, I've said this before, from 0 to hero. He had the back heel that originated the goal for the Algerians, but he redeemed himself. A hat trick, 3 goals from 3 penalties, John. We don't see that every day.
You're right about the back heel. It was absolutely horrendous, wasn't it? It was the worst start possible for the French, but they bounced back in, I think, reasonable style. You look over the full 40 minutes plus, and I reckon they deserve it. But they were giving it a test. Will they be finalists? Will they make the quarterfinals? Well, it's yet to be decided.
Yeah, not likely right now, but anything can happen within this universe. In fact, 4 of France's 5 goals came from the penalty spot, and as we said, Scara scored a hat trick from PKs. Very well taken. Look at that left foot.
Keeper was impressive for France.
Speaking of penalties, let's talk about this guy right here, Adil Rami, World Cup champ with France in 2018. He certainly redeemed himself after that miss against Italy.
Yeah, this time it was Savin for the World Cup winner, who was in the booth next to us again for a couple of times, and we could hear this noise, this bam, 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 bam. And I thought the stand was about to collapse. It was him pounding on the floor, pounding on the side panels and stuff, and really getting himself wound up to put that penalty away.
Yeah, he almost jumped off the second floor here of the booths to get onto the pitch. He put the disappointment behind him after that ghost goal that didn't count on Matchday 1 against Italy. Let's talk about another European side. I want to talk about Spain, because these guys remain unstoppable, and they crushed Peru 8-5, but the Peruvians, they put up a fight, a really good fight from the South Americans.
Yeah, 4-0 at half-time. Peru bounced back. Luck of a draw, used the cards well, got the goals. It was a tough old workout for Spain. Maybe not as convincing as that scoreline looks, I think, but they did it in the end. They just pulled out the pieces. They've got players who can make a difference, but Peru gave them a match.
Yeah, at one point Peru were down 4-0. They managed to bring it very close, 5-4, but they were just not good enough on the day to beat the Spanish. Gerardo Nola, who you saw a few moments ago, he scored the winning goal. He's now got 4 in total, closing in on the top scorer of the competition, Italy's Matteo Perotti. Keeping in mind, only the group winner advances directly to the quarterfinals, while the runner-up goes to the last chance. Spain scored 8 goals. They now have 15 in total, the same as Italy. On the opening match day, they had 7 goals against the defending champions and hosts Brazil. Gerard Nola, I talked about him a few moments ago. He added 2 more. He's now got 4 goals, just 1 behind top scorer Perotti. Who do you think has been better so far, John? Italy or Spain? It's a tough question, huh?
It is a tough question. Different styles. You've got key players. Perotti, for example, very quiet in his second game, came up trumps at the end. I reckon Spain are the stronger of the 2 sides. On the whole, it was a real test. It really was for them. In fact, both sides were tested. They came through because they've got the skills, they've got the range of abilities, they've got a range of goal scorers, which is very important as well. Perotti was the man against France, quietish, but really improved as the game went on. Spain with a load of different goal scorers.
Yeah, Nico Santos, who also scored against Brazil, found the back of the net against Peru. Who also contributed to this win was Spursito, scoring his very first presidential penalty in the nations. There he is, the Rayo de Barcelona president, made his nation's debut with a goal. What a way to do it. In the first match, of course, DJ Mario, we recall, is the guy who took the penalty, scoring against Brazil. And at the Italy nations, The Gref G from Science, Eric Ruiz from the Expire team, and Adri Contreras from El Barrio all took and scored their penalties. Who's going to take the next one? Well, I'll let the chat decide. But, John, what do you think of this finish?
Yeah. Tottenham fan, we assume?
Yeah.
But it was good. It was very good. He was fully concentrated. I was worried about the trousers coming down, but he welded that one into the back of the net. We're going to see also him clambering onto the pitch, or at least trying to, very shortly. But hit with aplomb. Really got some power behind that shot on goal.
Yeah, rocket with the right foot down the center. I said this in the broadcast yesterday, not a goalkeeper in the world who can reach that ball. But as you said, John, he celebrated the winning goal with just a little too much enthusiasm. The president of Rayo de Barcelona, Spanish team from the Kings League, jumped from his booth, and he did this. He damaged part of the setup when he jumped. Oh no, come on, man. Be a little bit careful.
It's streaming gold, isn't it, really? I love the typical streamer reaction. You've got to hold your hands to your heads. That is like showing, oh my God, it's grief. It's like going back to the silent era of the movies and stuff when they exaggerated all the movements and stuff.
Yeah.
Hold it, I'm in shock. Oh my God, look at this. Look out, you're going to see it all the time, that kind of thing, that kind of gesture. I think we should sue him for that.
Yeah, and you saw the reaction right there. Instant regrets. We're just glad he didn't get hurt. Let's talk about the other
I'm worried
side.
about the camera.
Yeah, I'm worried about the camera as well. A lot of expensive equipment there, no doubt. Unfortunately for the Peruvians, their second defeat. We're going to see these images right now. Several players finished the match in tears. They're basically out of the tournament after two tough defeats, a slim defeat to Qatar and then a tough loss to Spain. So they're now going to try to make the most of their last chance by beating Brazil on match day 3. That's going to be very tough as well. But their qualification is no longer in their own hands. They're going to have to depend on a series of other results. But Peru really put up a fight. They were impressive against the mighty Spain.
Yeah, that's last. It's going to be very interesting, isn't it, when Brazil... We haven't even seen Brazil twice yet. We've only seen them once. We talked about goal scorers. I know we're going to talk about Brazil tomorrow in full, but I think when you've got a team who have a series of goal scorers, that is really, really going to help. I've said it before, Brazil, for me, a little bit of a one-man team.
We'll see, my friend. Let's talk about Qatar. They're going to face Brazil tomorrow, but they paid very close attention to their next opponent, their final opponent of the group stage, Spain, of course. They followed the match between Spain and Peru very, very closely. Let's talk about this guy, okay? We got a very important announcement to share with you today. Kaká will shoot Brazil's presidential penalty tomorrow night against Qatar. 2002 FIFA World Cup winner with Brazil, 2007 Ballon d'Or winner, AC Milan legend. He's the president of the Kings League Brazil, and he will be coming to the Trident Arena to take a pressure penalty in Brazil's upcoming game. Brazil are under pressure against Qatar as the reigning champs, we've said this before, lost their opening game against Spain and have to secure their first win at home. All right, let's introduce the latest and greatest stuff that's going to happen on this match day 2, day 3, match day 5. However way you like it, we got a lot of excitement for another Nations match day here. We see the Chileans warming up. The Trident Arena will be packed again for yet another thrilling night of Kings. I think we're going to have a great time again today. Let's have a look at the schedule. This is what we have on the menu for us as we take a look at the Moroccans. The Moroccans flying high after that sweet revenge victory against Colombia, sitting at the top of their group, this Group A. So this is match day 2 on Wednesday, January 7th, here in the largest city in South America, São Paulo, Brazil, the home of the World Cup of Nations. Chile versus Morocco right now. Later tonight, Los Hermanos, Argentina, taking on the Japanese. Argentina coming from a slim victory over Germany. Japan still trying to impress after that defeat to the US, John.
Yeah, 2 games which we can look forward to seeing very shortly. We're closing in on 6 p.m. local time. So Chile, Morocco, Argentina, Japan, and particularly look for that one to see how Argentina cope.
Yeah, Chile had a slim victory against the Netherlands, right? The Netherlands, after what we saw against Colombia, in my opinion, the weaker side of this Group A. Chile right now are going to face a stronger Morocco, so I really want to see how the South Americans are going to perform against this better side, keeping in mind Chile have the support from none other than Arturo Vidal.
Yeah, not here at the moment. I've got a feeling we might see him if Chile make progress in the tournament. Of course, I think all the presidents will be here, but he's going to be sitting at home, drinking whatever and relaxing and hoping to see his side do the business.
Yeah, Pedro Canales is the presidential penalty taker for Chile in the last game. We had Ilyas El Maliki as the president captain for Morocco. He's also not checking in. All right, this is the arrival of the Moroccans. Here they are bringing the energy at the Trident Arena. They got the sound going, the smiles, the confidence, the energy, and they will be looking to secure their second consecutive victory and remain unbeaten in the Kings World Cup of Nations. I like these guys. These guys just really got the energy. I mean, if you talk to them, you're just close to them, you can feel the vibe, John.
Yeah, you're absolutely bang on. Can they deliver on the pitch? So that is the big question. That's what we want to see. That's what they want to see. This is Chile, isn't it? Coming out the coach.
Yeah, this is the arrival of the Chileans. A lot more calm, a lot more collected, maybe not exuding that confidence that we saw from the Moroccans. The Chileans, the South Americans, they know that it's going to be a tough game against the side from North Africa, but of course it's a game that anything can happen. I really expect an even contest between both of these teams. Chile also flying high after that slim victory against the Netherlands.
Yeah, I think Chile beating the Netherlands, Morocco beating Colombia.
Speaking of Morocco beating Colombia, look at the reaction from the bench when Morocco scored the winner. Keeping in mind, Colombia and Morocco faced each other twice at the Nations in Italy. Both of those games, Colombia won.
I think also what we have to say, Netherlands and Colombia, a little bit disappointing so far in this campaign.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the score finished 7-1, 8-1 for the South American side. There's the celebration from Ilyas El Maliki, who, of course, is not here at the Trident Arena in Brazil. He's checking in remotely, but he's still keeping an eye on everything that's going on here and, of course, celebrating this huge Moroccan victory. In just a few moments, we're going to talk about another player. We're going to talk about Walid Jadi. There he is, the number 98, being congratulated, lifted by his teammates, and he certainly deserves this celebration. After all, this guy scored the poker, right? 4 goals against Colombia, and you could really tell, right, John, how much this win meant for Morocco.
Yeah, any win here is celebrated with glee, of course, but they were good value. Good to watch. Morocco. I just wonder if this is going to be a bit of a tougher test for them.
Yeah, it might be a tough test against Chile, because the first game against Colombia, it was an unrecognizable Colombia, right? This is Colombia, the current runners-up of the Kings World Cup of Nations. Morocco did an incredible job in beating them, but then we saw Colombia against the Netherlands, clearly a different team. Both of these sides faced each other again at the Nations in Italy. Colombia won those 2 games. Morocco had their sweet revenge, a lot thanks to this guy. Walid Jadi is a professional futsal player. That's not us. He likes to be called the Wizard. That's his nickname.
Yeah, this is terrific stuff. We thought the chance had disappeared, and he just created that space for himself to tease the Colombian backline.
Yeah, with this performance, Morocco really positioning themselves as one of the favorites to go far in the tournament. They made it to the semifinal last year in Italy, and they want something like that, perhaps even better, here in Brazil.
Yeah, it's great when you get a 2-footed player, because even at this level they are often rare, but he can go both ways. Terrific balance, great finish as well, as you saw that. He's going to pull it back on his right, keeps his balance, knocks it on his left. It's very good stuff.
He's very light, very confident. He's got every trick in the locker. Walid Jadi, let's talk about the Chileans right now. They beat the Netherlands in the shootout. Group A clash as well, and the win came thanks to a great performance from the goalkeeper Matias Herrera, who not only made some very important saves in the shootout, He also scored a coast-to-coast goal. You saw him a few moments ago. He's a goalkeeping coach at a community college in California. And Chile, of course, you saw in the corner there, they have the support from none other than Arturo Vidal. Reached the final of the Champions League in 2015 with Juventus, won the Libertadores with Flamengo in 2022.
Yeah, because saw when things go wrong here, when they try those very intricate skills and how you can appear with egg on your face. They're not the tallest of keepers, but big enough, brave enough to stretch himself just to block any kind of shot.
Keeping in mind, Chile are making their first ever participation in the Kings World Cup of Nations. So on their debut, to come up with the win, especially in dramatic fashion like this, is huge for the side from Arturo Vidal. Speaking of shootouts, Argentina beat Germany in dramatic fashion. I mean, 9 shootouts, only one of them went in. Hopefully we don't get something like this in the matches today. This is a clash from Group B, shootout after a 3-3 tie.
You know, I think for me, possibly the only result which didn't quite go the way of the game. They were very, very close, Argentina and Germany. It's going to be interesting as well to see the Germans when they play their second, especially here as well. We're going to see Argentina. How good. I really do think that overall these two are the good sides, two of the really good sides in this tournament. Maybe not being tipped by that many, but for me, I saw a lot which I liked.
Yeah, it was a World Football Classic. We really expected a good game. We expected an even game, and that's what we got. We saw Sequinho a few moments ago. He's one of the better players for Germany. He scored a shootout in regular time, missed in the shootout mode. And this guy right here, Fabricio Foresto, was the only one who scored the goal in the 9 shootout attempts. So Argentina won 1-0 in the shootout, which is not a whole lot.
A little dry.
Yeah,
he's looking at me. He thinks Sequinho.
Yeah, that works. It's spelled differently though, but I see what you're.
Bending the words.
Yeah, I see what you're trying to do there. Hey, Argentina won a lot thanks to the presidential penalty converted by this guy, Marquito Navarra. He stepped up big time to put Argentina back in the lead. At this point right here, minute 32-18, the game was 2-2.
What is it about influencers and the attempts at bleached blonde hair? I know we've got an obsession about it. Maybe the lack of follicles for me. Maybe it's jealousy coming out.
Yeah, maybe it's the ego. Maybe it's the confidence. Maybe they just want to stand out a little more. Either way, Marquito Navarra was exuding confidence on this penalty kick. And this is exactly why. Left foot on it, the Panenka. What a way to beat the excellent Daniel Dressen. That's the German goalkeeper who was great. Look at the reaction there in the Argentine camp. Papa Plate was like, oh my God, how did that go in?
You know, I'd love to see him try it again. I don't think he will do. You play mind games, of course, but will he do it again? Probably not.
I think that's an excellent question to ask our chat. Should Marquito Navarra take the shot again in the match against Japan? Speaking of Japan, we have here another president captain in Junichi Kato. He didn't miss his president's penalty. He scored an absolute screamer from the spot. If there is a golazo from the penalty spot, this is what it looks like. It wasn't enough, of course, to avoid the Japanese defeat. Keeping in mind Junichi Kato, he really is one of the most experienced presidents in Kings World Cups, both with Japan and Murash, his team in the Kings League. What a finish to reduce the deficit for the Japanese, but it simply would not be enough. Japan were impressive at the Nations in Italy. They beat Italy in their very first game. They haven't been great, at least in my opinion, John, thus far.
No, this is going to be a tough old match as well for Japan.
Yeah, Japan lost to the US 5-2. A huge performance from Rock Bancells getting the hat-trick, but it was the Brazilian-American Gabriel Costa right there in the 41st minute that sealed the deal for Team USA. Victory right there, 5-2. They started out great last year in Italy, beating Mexico. They start out great at the competition here in Brazil, beating the Japanese. The Japanese had a reaction, right, but it simply came too late. The US always looked like the side in control.
Yeah, too strong in every department. The USA for the Japanese.
And there is once again Junichi Kato. He's the president captain of the Japanese. I saw him a few moments ago. Seems like a nice guy.
It's a thud.
Yeah, we're right here at the Trident Arena. We got the drums going. Here are the Chilean players who were warming up just a few moments ago. They're gearing up. They're getting ready to go for the first half, the first 20 minutes of playing time. Chile coming from a narrow victory over the Netherlands. After 3-3 time in regular time, they were able to emerge triumphant in the shootout, 3-1, a lot thanks to the performance from Matias Ejera. But this guy was also very important. Ezequiel Luna scored a goal. He was the MVP. This is the schoolmate of Lionel Messi back in the day in Rosario. Played for Tenerife in La Liga. There was a match between Tenerife and Barcelona where Messi and Luna met again, said hi to each other. It was a great historical moment in 2010, 16 years ago.
Yeah, a long, long time. Luna, the name of my, well, not mine, my daughter's Shih Tzu. Good job she's not here. If we kept saying the name Luna all the time, you know, she might get a little bit excited.
So if Chile want to shoot for the stars, if they want to beat Morocco, they are going to need Ezequiel Luna in tip-top shape. There he is, the number 19. He's one of the many players here in the Kings League that brings the professional 11-a-side experience to the table, and of course he wants to pass that on to his teammates. Here are Morocco, warming up a few moments ago. Morocco coming from a huge victory against Colombia, 5-3 against the South Americans, and the reason why Morocco won that game is because this guy right here, Walid Jadi, the number 98, scored a poker of goals, right? 4 goals to secure Morocco's first ever win over Colombia in Kings World Cup of Nations history. He's a futsal player known as the Wizard for his skills, and we certainly saw those skills. He currently plays as a forward for the Kings League MENA team. That's Middle East, of course, and North Africa. Ultra Schmicha, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, and also for the Moroccan national team. Make sure, everyone, to go to our website right now, kingsleague.pro, to get your tickets for the final January 17th at the Allianz Parque, one of the most modern stadiums in all of South America, the home for Palmeiras, one of the biggest teams here in Brazil. Go to our website, kingsleague.pro, get your tickets. January 17th, that is the place to be. Speaking of the Allianz Parque, let's now introduce you to the venue of the grand finale. Here it is.
Allianz Parque, estamos de volta.
Get your tickets. Don't forget, very important message, everyone. In this Kings League, it's not just the players who play. It's not only the coaches who coach. You, the spectators, are also a fundamental part of this universe. That is why in this competition, it will be you who decide by voting through the chat which 2 players will start the climb of the Battle Royale in each match. So on the screen right now, you got the players that the coaches have proposed to start the game. Vote in the chat right now. It's easy. Just type in their names. Fouad El Amrani and Walid Jadi are the options for Morocco. Matias Rojas and Fernando Saavedra are the options for Chile. Be the coach. Vote in the chat right now. Just type the name of the player you want to start. Right now it's 50-50, so let's get those percentages up and down, changing and running. We want to know who you're going to vote for. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Morocco versus Chile. Chile versus Morocco, the first game of the day. Here we go. Don't forget, once again, ladies and gentlemen, vote in the chat. Chile versus Morocco. Here are the percentages. John, this is where I hand it off to you, buddy.
Yeah, interesting percentages right at the start. Don't forget, as Anthony's already said, make sure you get your votes in. Send your questions in as well. If you're new to the Kings universe, we can answer your questions. You'll get information in the right-hand corner of your screens. But anything you're not sure about, anything you want to say, your opinions, let us know. National anthem's coming up.
Esta blanca montaña que te dio por baluarte el Señor, te dio por baluarte.
A rather truncated Chile national anthem. It's here from the Moroccans.
Vamos arrasar. Tá suave. Acho que ele tava fazendo o não falar merda. Para ficar falando, já mudamos a câmera por causa disso. Aqui pra passar.
Well, the national anthems are out the way. Two teams ready to do battle. Let's take a look at our squads today. Well, Chile will be playing in white. Anthony, star men, we've mentioned Luna already, Herrera as well. Anybody else has caught your eye?
Yeah, Herrera could be a difference maker, Luna as well. I'd like to point out Christian Vilches, experienced Chilean, played in many first leagues all across South America, has played for the Chilean national team, so can he be a pillar of experience at this level as well?
Two Herreras, Nacho and Mateus.
Played for Atlético Paranaense here in Brazil as well, the number 3 you see there. If I'm not mistaken, this guy's at 42 years of age, so good job for him to still be in good form at that age.
And Morocco will be playing in red here this early evening. They've entertained us. Can they do it again? And can they get the important win?
Yeah, we talked about Walid Jadi. Another player, of course, we have to point out is Nadir Loa. This guy's so good that even though Walid Jadi scored 4 goals in the last game, Nadir Loa, who was the best player in the Kings World in 2024, he was the MVP.
So, my friend.
Chile against Morocco, our first of 2 matches this evening. Argentina, Japan coming up a little bit later. But the first 2 teams to entertain us, Chile, Morocco. Change strip then for La Rojas, the Reds, who are out in white. this early evening.
You saw there a few moments ago the referee, Leo Capizani from Brazil. For this game right here, John, I think Morocco are the heavy favorites. They're flying high, they're confident after that win against Colombia. But we've seen teams go into games a little too confident, and that excessive confidence ends up costing them the match. And this is, of course, the moment when the coaches select the secret card. 36 minutes of playing time. We will discover what those secret cards are.
A reminder, if you don't know, ask us on the chat,
Yes.
but you will get those little mentions down there in the right-hand portion of your screens explaining what is about to happen or what has happened as well. But we'll keep you informed, we'll let you know what's going on, but do get on the blower or the chat and let us know what's what. Anthony Wells is laughing because I said the word blower. Telephone, just in case you don't know what that is.
There's a small kid still inside of me, my friend. I'll tell you that. So, John, one thing that's very important to explain to our viewers, right? Many people have been messaging me on social media saying how the match is played. I'll explain in just a moment.
The audience has decided the 1 versus 1. Chile, number 80, Matias Rojas. Morocco, number 80, Fouad El Amrani.
Well, there you have it. There's the vote. That means that when we start, we're going to have 2 players, a goalkeeper, 1 outfield player for each side. Both players are positioned on their respective goal lines as we count down for our first match today. It's gone 6 p.m. local time here in São Paulo, Brazil. The ball to be dropped from the ceiling.
Yeah, coincidence or not, is that 2 number 80s, Fouad El Amrani and Matias Rojas on the Chilean side.
A dash.
Or rather, sorry. No, that's it. Yep, there we go. I got it right.
Dash for cash. Chile in white, Morocco in red as they race forward to the centre circle. Both hit the ground. Referee stepping in immediately with 3 seconds, less than that on the clock.
Yeah, a little too much hustle there from Rojas, who went just charging into his opponent. A little too aggressive.
Idrissi gets his shot in early. Herrera turned his back. Cardinal sin for a keeper or defender, but got away with it.
Yeah, this is a goalkeeper I want to talk about as well. Mustafa Idrissi, he was great in the match against Colombia. Complete goalkeeper.
So in front, Fouad has to reposition himself. The Brazilian referee, as Brazilian referees tend to do, Anthony, getting involved maybe a bit too much.
Not quite sure whether I agree with you on that one, my friend. We're going to have to wait till the end of the game to see.
Shooting opportunity again taken again. Herrera gets his body in the way. Got to be brave. Got to be a little bit crazy if you want to be a keeper.
Yeah, lovely effort there from Fouad. So light on the ball to beat his man, sweeping that ball forward to find himself an angle.
It's been mostly Morocco so far. Scale up again. You hear that siren in the background, a bit of a horn going off for every minute, so we get an additional player on the stroke of every minute. It gets a bit congested, we go up to 7 aside. Normal kind of futsal setup, but this is not any kind of normal game. There's so many things to enjoy. Let's see what Morocco can do. Chile with a break. Now an early shot, it's hit off target, and it's an interesting effort as well. For my money, Anthony, on the wrong foot.
Yeah, a little too reckless there as well. He had more time and space to think. I believe the nerves got the better of Rojas there, and he decided to just take that shot any way he could. Got it wrong.
Already up to 4 against 4. Yeah, Matias Rojas with a decent opportunity, which went begging.
Keep an eye out for Jadi playing on this left-hand side. That's the position from where he scored a great goal against Colombia. He likes to play on the left.
Good running off the ball down the centre to Nadir, but failed to make contact. Great chair, I've got to say this.
Yeah.
Fabulous chair.
On the right there, right? I kind of want one of those. We should be sitting on those chairs. Have a camera pointed to us, not because of us, but just to show the chair.
We've got a hidden camera on us.
We do.
And we don't have quite the same spectacular chairs, but they're reasonably comfortable. We're okay, they're looking after us here. We've got our own little fans. We've got Nosh coming in as well. So you've got Blower, you've got Nosh today so far.
Yes, my friend, and I'd rather be at the Trident Arena than checking in remotely, so I think we're in a better position right now. I want to check in as well with our viewers in Uzbekistan once again. Lovely to see people in Uzbekistan check in. Uzbekistan that, of course, took part at the Nations last year in Italy. We have a huge fan base in Uzbekistan, and they are showing their support for Morocco.
Yeah, let us know if you're enjoying the competition. Let us know what time it is over there and how's the weather, because they're always important things.
Outside the Trident Arena in Brazil, it is pouring.
Yeah, Thunderstorm City, 35 degrees. Tomorrow, I think 34. Kaká, former Brazil international, will be here in this very stadium.
What an honor, a privilege to have Kaká take a precedent penalty for Brazil. Yesterday we had Adil Rami. So in 3 days, 2 world champs taking presidential penalties. We're very fortunate to have big names like that connected to the King's universe.
This match yet to really get going. Morocco just about edging it. Chile yet to get a shot on target. Already at 6 against 6, 4 minutes on the clock. Is it going to be one of those games where it's stalemate until half time and then bam, everything happens?
Yeah, everything happens many times in the final minutes of the game, right? But we really expected an even game so far.
Good through ball, and Chile finally get a shot off. I was about to say the Chileans kind of walking through this one, because it is a fairly slow-paced match, but maybe this is what the Chileans want to do, dictate the rhythm of the game.
Yeah, up until this finish right here, Morocco were on more of the offensive drive. Chile were perhaps defending a little bit more, but what a counterattack, what a way to punch back.
And here come Chile in their white kit looking for an opening, they find one. Well, as we were saying, they were kind of sitting back, trying to dictate the rhythm. They have gone in front, a very strong break down that left-hand side. Nicely won, nicely turned in.
Yeah, and the pass from Ezequiel Luna, right? Such vision to connect with the number 21 there, Juan Uraya. Lovely run down the left, a loose run to kind of distance himself from his marker and get on the end of that pass. Just had enough time for one touch. He took it, it was clinical, and the South Americans are in the lead. It's going to be interesting to see how Morocco are going to react, because this is the first time that Morocco were down in the competition.
Yeah. Probably say slightly against the run of play as well. Chile with a shot off target early on. It hasn't stopped the dancing from the Moroccans, but they are trading. And then maybe now we're going to see a bit more from the South Americans. It's good as well when we've got so many players out there to see a goal or perhaps 2 or 3. We know it can get congested.
Yeah, and a great fact about Uraya, 31 years of age. He came through the youth system at Colo-Colo, the team that Arturo Vidal plays for right now, and he was called up to Chile's under-17 national team, so he's got a solid career behind him.
Colo-Colo, big name in Chile, big name in South America. So good, they named it twice.
Yeah, I love that, John. I think I might copy that from you, my friend.
So many phrases you're nicking from me. Here come Morocco, can they get the equaliser?
My favorite, of course, the dash for cash. That's the best one.
And here on the far side, no way to go.
Yeah, that is a player to look out for as well. Nadir Loa scored against Colombia. He was the MVP of the game. And look at this, John. We are going to get a secret card. Early in the game, this is something we don't see a lot.
Here come Morocco, trying to dance their way through it. It's from Morocco as well. They're going to flash a secret card very, very early on. Getting a bit more possession. Can't find a way through until now, perhaps. But running into traffic, nowhere to go for Reguia.
Yeah, good piece of defending there from Ezequiel Luna to get his body in the way. Very curious to find out what that secret card is. Let's unveil it right now.
Referee's gone across.
One of our viewers here says likely star player. Oh, we got it right. Wow. Star player.
Are they getting a faster transmission than us?
I don't think so. It can't be faster. I'm seeing it right
We're
here.
watching it, but maybe he's got a secret camera on the bench.
Maybe it's someone from the bench.
Somebody over there is
who's
filming
typing
that.
it in,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So congratulations on that. No prizes for guessing the card, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Especially if you're in Uzbekistan, we can't ship you anything.
That's
that
not bad.
fast.
That is right. Who is the star player?
Yeah,
First goal scored.
I think I would select just Walid Jadi. He's the guy, not him. Look at that, the decision of Fouad El Amrani. I wonder what's the logic behind that.
So he scores. It's a double goal. Early use of the card. Interesting use of the card. Chile leading here by 1-0. Araya on the score sheet. We know there's a secret camera somewhere over there at the benches looking at the secret cards. Maybe they can give us more information as this game goes on.
I certainly hope so, my friend. I'm right there with you.
Chile starting to turn a screw a little bit here.
Yeah, Fouad plays for SXB in the Kings League MENA. Kings League in the Middle East and North Africa, a league that is really, really growing. And we're so happy to see the success with Kings League MENA.
And Morocco, after a bright start, just struggling a little bit. Ball played over the top. We've yet to see a real header goal. We almost got one there.
I think we have not seen a goal from a header thus far in the competition.
We saw what really should have been a tap-in, but the player, I think it was the goalkeeper, just diving down to nod the ball across the line.
Yes, from the Indian goalkeeper, Rochal.
Yeah. So a kind of a manufactured header, but not a real header.
That was voted the most entertaining goal of the competition thus far.
Yeah, I like to see some real headers. Of course, futsal on football, normally played on the ground, but we do see some acrobatic goals as well, but headers maybe few and far between.
Yes, come on.
Yeah, when it comes to futsal, keep an eye out for the number 98. That's his specialty, those close quarters. He knows how to find room. That's basically how he scored 4 goals in the past game. Look at the energy here at the Trident Arena. We got Chile on one side, Morocco on the other, flags everywhere.
Here come Morocco, it's just wide of a target.
Yeah, lovely effort there from Fouad. Almost capitalizing on that star player. Chile, I mean, if he's the star player and you're Chile, you need to get on him. You can't give him that space.
Well, you know where he's going to be. He's going to be in the final third, as he was there. Almost capitalising, but there's a slack marking as the ball goes down the right-hand flank instead of the left. I think that was the intention, to pick out the number 80. Couldn't quite do so. So 1 goal for Fouad, and his side will go in front.
Yeah, we're closing in on the 10th minute mark, halfway into this first half. A very good,
as this one is booted.
Yeah, very good first half thus far. The only thing that we're missing are goals, but we're certainly not missing the great work that UNICEF are doing. They work in over 190 countries to protect and improve the lives of the most vulnerable children, ensuring health, education, and protection from violence, conflict, and poverty.
2025, Kings League and UNICEF join forces to promote key causes such as mental health, as this one goes wide, gender equality and digital rights, supporting UNICEF's flexible funding so it can act quickly and where it is most needed. Well, there's the chairs. You choose, which is the best chair? The one on the right, the kind of coloured, the white coloured one?
Oh, definitely the one on the right, my friend. That's easy.
Chair of the tournament, probably. Get your votes in. It's the sofa, of course, used by Arturo Vidal. Are you a sofa person or a brightly coloured chair person?
Definitely a sofa person, John. And sometimes when I get on that sofa, it's very tough for me to get back up, my friend. I'm a Taurus, so the Taurus, they really like to sleep.
You're a tourist?
Yeah.
A tourist?
Well, depends on the country I'm in, but not the case right now.
Here come Morocco, trying to find a little route through Chile.
We saw a few moments ago Ilyas El Maliki. He's the team president in Kings League MENA with Ultra Shmisha, one of the most recognizable and culturally driven teams in that league. So it's really good to have someone like him connected to the Kings universe.
A little bit of contact, a little bit of theatrics. Saying an elbow. Oh, yes.
There was contact there. Ouch. Don't give me the replay. Oh, that must have hurt. Sohaib Rektaut took the brunt of the challenge there. The elbow from Luna. I don't think it was intentional, but when you do something like that, I think an 11-a-side, John, it's a yellow card. I'm not quite sure whether it's going to be a yellow card here.
Yeah, I don't think it was malice, but certainly the elbow was high and it struck the face.
Yeah, we're going to get a yellow card. Yep, it's a yellow card for Ezequiel Luna. Messi's former classmate, the former Tenerife player in La Liga.
A card, yellow card, 2-minute suspension.
Leave now.
So if Morocco want to equalize now, if they want to take advantage of the star player card on Fouad Amrani, now is the time to do it. They're going to be playing a man up for a couple of minutes, and in this game,
again, Morocco no way through, but there, number 80 is the man really to watch out for.
in 2 minutes, a lot can happen, my friend. We've seen this over the course of the competition. Look at the run there on Jadi. Wow.
Yeah. It's, you know, pace and the balance all combined, and the ability to switch feet. He's not alone, is he? Arturo Vidal, someone just off camera. His side narrow lead. Araya with a goal. Here come Morocco once again. Nice little step over. Has he got a tight finish? Well, he has, but Herrera, a solid keeper, tries to set Chile on the way.
Yeah, in my opinion, Herrera should have been the MVP of the last game against the Netherlands. Scored a goal and had some saves in the shootout.
Yeah, I think that's important, really, because we've yet to see a keeper voted MVP, and I think we've seen a lot of very good plays or very good performances from keepers who haven't really been out there as MVPs. It always goes to the goal scorers, of course. It's always the flash ones up front, but for me, the keepers, a lot of the keepers have played vital roles, almost a header on goal.
Yeah, hopefully we get some viewers from Saratoga in Santa Clara County, California, because Herrera is a goalkeeping coach at West Valley Community College there. So hopefully they're watching and they can communicate with us in the chat saying, hey, we're watching our goalkeeping coach play and we're really proud of him. That's the kind of message I want to read.
Chances few and far between. Morocco starting off the better of the two sides, just pegging Chile back. Chile fairly conservative early on, but have taken the lead through Araya.
Yeah, it's not a game with a whole lot of chances, is it? We're almost at the 15th minute mark. Just to explain to our viewers, of course, the teams can only use the secret card and, of course, the president penalties up until minute 17 in the first half. In the final 3 minutes, it's double goals.
And Fouad Amrani rather, hasn't really had any joy in front of goal so far. Chile just able to absorb any kind of movement in the final third.
Yeah, I see one of our viewers asking in the chat, any Americans here? We got over 3,000 people connected with us right now.
Oh, you're listening to one as well.
Well,
there's one alongside me. American Brazilian.
Yeah, and you are English Brazilian, my friends. I know you are English Brazilian.
British Brazilian.
Don't tell me otherwise. You've been here for what, over 20 years?
Feels longer.
So you're more Brazilian
Feels
than
longer.
me. There we go. The Brazilian John, o brasileiro John.
Easily cut out.
Is that going to go in?
Well,
that was close.
Not far off at all. would have been spectacular. Sure if he meant it. A little like Holo Ginigo's show against England. A bit of a fluke with that free kick in the World Cup. He says he meant it, but...
Yeah, he did. It was 100% intentional.
But Luis Felipe Scolari, Filipao, said differently.
I'm not even going to get into that argument.
Free kicks, we've got one here.
Look at this, John. Mati Herrera is my fellow coach at West Valley College. He's a great coach. JB Delaney, 2767, checking in with us. You see, my friend, that's the power of communication right there.
Excellent stuff. Keep those messages coming in. If you know any of the players, if you're a fan of the teams, we want your opinions, we want your questions.
Okay? Hey, put the ball in the wall.
And if we get any controversial decisions as well, let us know.
Here, no. Just here. Hey.
Brazilian referee just laying down the law. Keep their arms down.
There's the Trionda, the ball of the FIFA World Cup.
A chance here to, well, it's plenty of power from Fouad. Couldn't get the direction approaching the 17-minute mark.
Just to let our viewers know, it's not going to happen anymore since we're entering double goal mode, but if Fouad El Amrani had scored, the goal would have counted double. And of course, we got to check in with our viewers in Macedonia who are joining in. Macedonia rooting for Morocco. I believe Macedonia are in the playoffs for the World Cup this year, in the middle of the year. And, you know, John, you're going to find this funny. We have viewers checking in, talking about, you know, hey, I'm supporting from here, I'm rooting for this team. How does the league work, how the game is played? Then one guy just writes, what's a kilometer?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a philosophical question.
What's a kilometer? It's out of the blue in the middle of the chat.
Did you say kilometer? Did we mention kilometers?
Well, how do you kilometer?
Yeah, I say. Oh, yeah, it's kilometer. Potato,
tomato, tomato.
Schedule.
Oh my God, that's a tricky one. We have a supporter coming in from Scotland. Remember, everyone, share this broadcast with the more people, okay? The more the merrier.
Scotland, fabulous place. I lived in Abbeymoor for a while in my youth. Snow in June. I remember that. Just little bits of flakes.
I'm from Glasgow.
Oh dear. What is that accent? If you're from Scotland, please let him know what you thought about the accent. I've heard his Australian efforts, and it's not good.
One of our viewers saying here, the whole world is scared of Uzbekistan. That's why they weren't invited.
Could be right.
Uzbekistan had a good run last year. They went further than Spain, and that's something that DJ Mario reminded the players.
Still little on show from both sides. Nice movement from Morocco in their red. Played over the top. There's the header of target. Rodadi. For
a split second there, I thought we were going to get our first heading goal in the competition. Not the case.
Yeah, it was climbing, wasn't it? That's a good little touchdown. Now Chile, chance for a second, perhaps spins on the D. Crowded out as Morocco dig in. Chile in that chain strip of theirs. It's unusual to see them in a colour other than red. 18 gone. It's a great through ball. Couldn't take it at a pace. Morocco knocking on the door, but offside. There's no flag. It's just the arm raised.
Yeah, that spin there was from Nacho Herrera, the number 28. He scored one of the goals against the Dutch. Once again, you see there Walid Jadi. We really haven't seen a lot from the number 98s, but we know he can turn up at any moment.
Yeah, again, if you're watching for the first time, second time maybe, quite often we do get fairly quiet first halves, and then it goes absolutely crazy right at the start of the second period, and we are about 60 plus seconds away from the end of this first half as Morocco again going down the central where they're finding it's a little bit congested. So they try to pick their way through, and Chile say there is no way through.
Yeah, how about that skill, the little trickery there, the typical futsal move from Yassine Damadi to beat his man. Very quick feet from the number 17.
Goal in the last 50 odd seconds. will be big for either side. It's double goal, let's not forget. Keeper Herrera will claim this one. Chile, no particular rush.
Right after I said John. Go ahead, buddy.
Let's see. Well, it's tame in the end.
Let's wrap up the first half and I'll tell you.
Oh, he's keeping us in suspense. We're heading towards the break. Again, body's getting the way Luna on that occasion, making sure it's deflected wide.
Huge shout out to our viewers in Nigeria checking in as well. We got over 3,000 people connected. Share the broadcast, everyone.
Yes, around the world, isn't it, this? And we are live in São Paulo, Brazil, as the 20-minute mark is up. Half-time then, Chile, slender lead. Arraya on target.
Yeah, you saw there Walid Jadi. Right as I said, hey, we haven't seen the Walid Jadi against Chile that we saw against Colombia. Someone wrote here, Jadi in the last game was so good, but at this game, I think he's thinking of a girl, and then someone comes in, players too much Brazil girls.
Right, okay, confirmation then at half-time. We're going to listen in on the benches if we can. So you're going to hear a mix of languages, Spanish of course.
I don't think that's... Hey, there he is! Dica do Gordinho, Vitor Madureira, Brazilian influencer. And these guys are obviously cheering for Japan because they're playing Argentina and there's that South American rivalry.
Yes, it's a complex world. Only one goal in it, all to play for.
Yeah, here's the Moroccan camp led by the head coach Gabriel Jaber Ouanani and the assistant coach Adel Kohaisa.
One 0 here to Chile against Morocco, half-time.
Yeah, this is the Chilean dugout led by the director técnico Felipe Gonzalo Barrientos Vilugron and coach, of course, the technical staff members Ignacio Javier González Torrens and Micheli Germán Grimaldos Falconi. Those are names, of course, we have to point out. They're doing a very important job with this national side.
It is interesting as well to see the benches because we often see a contrast. Sometimes you've got one coach when everyone's listening in. Sometimes there's a whole melee of maybe 3 or 4 or 5 players all talking at the same time.
Yeah, perhaps because for Chile everything seems to be working thus far. Chile are sitting back, they're being able to defend and they're playing well on the counterattack. That's how they scored their goal. A great goal scored by Arraya on the assist there from Ezequiel Luna. Look at these statistics right here, right? Shots on target, less for Chile. Less shots on target. The Moroccans, more shots on target as well. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, what matters is finding the back of the net. Morocco also have more possession, over 60% ball possession against 39% from the South Americans. So we've said this several times, right, John? The statistics can be a little bit deceiving.
Yeah, you've got to take them with a pinch of salt because these stats are about to go out of the window. Just see what happens when we get the dice roll and we get the second half underway, when everything will change.
Yeah, in just a few moments we're going to get a message from the Chilean president, keeping in mind right here at the Trident Arena, Pedro Canales took the penalty in the last game. There he is.
Ah, es que me dilata los hoyos. ¿Qué?
¿Ah? ¿Qué?
Es para respirar mejor.
Yo veo un hoyo, lo tengo que tapar.
¿Qué?
¿Ah?
Venga, po.
Oye, no sé, si es que me escuchan, me pueden decir si estamos
Otra vez
saliendo.
voz de ardilla. No sé qué pasa en la
televisión abierta.
transmisión.
A mí me están
No sé
diciendo
qué está
que
aconteciendo.
se ve y se escucha como él.
Se relaguea. veo muy sólido a los cabros.
Sí. Pero yo no sé si esto es cierto, porque esa regla me confunde a mí.
¿Cuál?
Esta.
I'm not sure they know that they're being heard. We've seen more animated halftime talks.
No, es para respirar mejor.
Se lado te buscan.
Parche. ¿Qué pasó?
Yeah, that was a message there from Pedro Canales, better known on social media as El Coloro. He's got an Instagram page that has over 260,000 followers. He's been a part of DLT Sports since 2018. He took the penalty kick in the last game and he missed. So he's 0-1, Pedro Canales. In just a few moments, you're going to get a message from Ilyas El Maliki, the Moroccan president. As soon as we get him on screen, I'll stop talking. Oh, we're going to get him on now. Here we go.
One more moves, the message so far.
You know what's interesting, John, is that when Morocco were beating Colombia, he wasn't as excited as he is now that they're losing the game. But I love the energy, though, even though he's checking in remotely. Imagine if this guy were here.
Oh, you're looking at this wonderful Trident Arena. We're in number 7. There's the dice.
Yeah, and the dice roll, the man who will be in charge of it is Surfista. He's connected to the Brazilian Kings League team Funky Ball alongside MC Ariel, who wrote the song for the nation's 3v3, John, in the first 3 minutes. Hopefully, buddy, we get some goals. We talked about this yesterday. This is our favorite moment of the game, right? The first 3 minutes of the second half.
Yeah. I do prefer the 1v1s. We've got more chances of goals, but 3v3 is not bad at all. It's going to get dropped from the ceiling. You know, 1 goal now. Come back to us in a couple of minutes, and I've got a feeling that scoreline is going to change dramatically. At least I hope so.
One of our viewers asking us if we are in a studio or at the stadium. My friend, we were very much here at the Trident Arena.
Chile in the whites, yeah, we were there in cabin 7. Looking on.
If you check out my Instagram yesterday, I have a post that shows us.
4, 5.
They have to release that ball.
6.
Oh, that's a whizzer, but wide of a target. Yeah, it is interesting. That's an interesting question. And I wonder why they put it to us if we're here live and direct from the Trident Arena in São Paulo, or we're in a remote. No, we are here. Soaking up the atmosphere. Chile against Morocco. Space here for Morocco. Herrera might be tested here, needs to spread himself. Good footwork, good spacing, nice movement. And again, Herrera to the rescue.
Took too long to make up his mind there, Fuad. He had an open goal in front of him. Should have took the shot earlier. Huge shout out to our viewers in Bahrain who are rooting for Morocco, of course.
Sometimes I feel like there might be some intercontinental rivalry, for example. You might not give many Argentines certainly supporting Brazil. That's not going to happen. Sometimes Brazil's like they wanted Argentina to win the World Cup. I didn't believe that for 1 minute. Here come Chile, and rifled into the back of the net as they double the score. A thunderbolt right at the start of the second period will be promised goals, and we've got one.
Yeah, what an absolute rocket from the number 28, Nacho Herrera, scoring his second goal only of the competition, but he becomes Chile's top scorer. A right-footed laser, saw the space, saw the angle, not a big one, but enough to barrel it in. Chile double their lead. You saw the reaction there from Pedro Canales. He loved it.
And so did we. Now, Morocco, chance to pull one back. Trading here by 2. Referees well positioned. Morocco just needing to make sure that this one doesn't start to slip away from them.
Yeah, and the guy who scored, John, Nacho Herrera, he just won the 2nd division in Chile with Universidad de Concepción, and right after that, he announced his retirement and made the trip to Brazil to play the Kings World Cup. We got a yellow card.
Chile in possession.
They're in the driver's seat.
3 against 1 here, and are starting to run away with this one. The man who found the net moments ago does it again.
Yeah, he's got his brace. Chile have 3. And if Chile want to construct a comfortable lead, they need to take advantage of the fact that they have a man up in relation to Morocco.
Yeah, starting to grind Morocco down. It's not been a vintage display from the side in red so far. This time, though, 3 goals. You can come back from this.
One goalkeeper and 5. Goalkeeper and 5.
Yeah, Nacho Herrera will certainly be dedicating that goal to his daughter, because over the course of the last year, he explained that he spent a lot of time away from his daughter. So we know the sacrifices these players make. Congratulations to him. 3-0 for Chile. John, I don't think we expected this coming into the second half. What a performance from the South Americans. They're now shooting to the very top of this Group A.
Yeah, we did expect goals. We always do after the half-time break. This is the kind of the way it's structured. But Morocco needs something. It's not yet over yet. He's as pleased as punch. But it isn't over yet.
There's Arturo Vidal, 2-time Copa America winner. Remember that, beating Argentina in 2015 and 2016.
He had a good season as well in the South American competitions. Not so great when he was at Flamengo, but moved back to his homeland, and good season.
Yeah, he had a brief spell at Atlético Paranaense as well here in Brazil.
A primeira posse no dado foi de vocês. A primeira posse no dado, first possession, foi sua. Agora o reinício é com eles.
Well, kind of half Portuguese, half Spanish, more Portuguese, explained to the Chilean, Spanish speakers.
And one thing that's important to point out, John, is that Chile still have the precedent penalty and the secret card. And Pedro Canales, we saw that he's good with the precedent penalty. I mean, he missed, but he got it on frame.
Morocco trying to burst forward, but they've been a little lackluster in this game. Disappointing performance from them so far, but this time, Anthony, what they cannot afford to do is concede a 4th without response.
Yeah, coming back from a 3-goal deficit is tough, but when you're down 4, it makes it even harder, especially when you're playing a man down.
Oh, it's a wonderful drive and a wonderful stop. Just wonder if the heads have dropped a little for the players in red. There's a long, long way to go here. Hit with some real venom, yep. Piero.
I mean, what a save from Buzian. Great reflex, great elasticity, just sensational. Really doesn't get any better than that.
A reminder, bottom right-hand corner of your screen, some explanations for you. Chile in control. Morocco right now on the ropes. Herrera. I think throughout this contest, Chile really have dictated the rhythm. That's a wonderful first touch. Couldn't quite put it back. Araya, man who opened up the scoring this early evening.
Yeah, the through ball there was from the number 10, Mati Vidangosi. He's a formidable player. He took part in the 2007 Under-20 FIFA World Cup back in the day.
So far, Morocco with a few answers.
And of course, Morocco are far from dead. They have every chances of coming back into this game, especially if this guy right here, Fouad Amrani, scores. He's the star player, so just to recap, if he finds the back of the net, it's going to count double. Then we go 3-2. Wow, what a laser.
Flying save as well.
Yeah, Ilias a lot more composed right now.
That's from quite a way out, so we saw it coming. Still had to get the full force of the body to turn it wide, but better from Morocco. See them with a chance, side foot goes wide of a target. So it was looking a little bit desperate back home. The side showing a couple of glimpses that they can find a way through against what is a stubborn Chile side. Great footwork. And again, can he got a finish? He can't.
Yeah, that was a great chance there from the number 8, Sohaib.
Chile moving forward again with purpose. And also letting fly.
Yeah, for a split second you thought that went into the back of the net, right? It just grazed the outside of the net. What an effort from the very, very experienced Matias Donoso. He's still playing professionally. He plays in the second division of the Chilean football league system, the Primera B, as they say in Chile, for Deportes Temuco.
Give it away. Chile again. This is Donoso on the far side, goes to ground.
Yeah, that chance a few moments ago for Morocco, though, John, from Sohaib, but they really needed to score if they wanted to get back into this game. There's not a lot of time left. I mean,
don't forget, if you're in the São Paulo region on the 17th, get your tickets. Check out our website. You've got all the tickets, all the information, of course, about the tournament. Any of your questions as that one pings wide, and of course, fabulous merchandise.
Yeah, merchandise, statistics. You can predict the entire competition, who's going to win it, who's going to lose it, what's the surprise nation going to be. Everything on our website, kingsleague.pro. Make sure to get your tickets. January 17th, Allianz Parque, place to be.
Side foot. Reggie didn't really go anywhere on that occasion.
Lovely piece of skill, though, from Regia, just to beat his man on the left wing. See you later. And the shot with the tip of the cleat. We talked about this. Romario was the expert at that.
Yeah, kind of on the top of the boot on that occasion.
Saw the instruction there from the...
That's a great ball. It's missed, though. Mohamed.
Juan Fabregas, the Spanish ref. Very serious. Stay back, buddy.
Then also, yeah, cleats for you. Maybe football boot for me.
Tip of the boot. I actually prefer that. I'm a copy you again.
I thought cleats was studs.
Studs, cleats. Cleats could be for like American football as well.
Right, yeah.
But boots are good too. But boots are for hiking, you could say, right? These boots are made for walking. Know that song?
Never heard that one before.
What?
Well, that noise, Anthony, tells a tale.
Secret card for GGG. Lelele. Listen to the arena right now. We got the Moroccans on one side and we got the loud Chileans on the other.
Nice interchange.
Yeah, Morocco is a beautiful nation. I've never been. From wherever you're watching us around the globe, we certainly recommend a trip to Chile. To ski in Valle Nevado, to go to Termas de Chillán. Beautiful nation.
Atacama, it's a stretched country, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Such a contrast, the Atacama from the kind of the Lake District in the south.
Yeah, on the western side of South America.
Yep, Chile, great place. I recommend it. That one's charged down.
Yeah, Chile are doing a good job. They're really giving Fuad very little space because they know that if he scores, Morocco are back in it.
Attempted pile drive. It's an awkward bounce.
But it's a good strategy from Morocco. If Chile are going to defend, if Chile are going to park the bus, Morocco have to attempt those shots from range, and that's what they're doing.
And, well, they get caught on the sucker punch. Chile now extend their lead to make it 4-0. And Morocco do not know what's hit them. Looks like Nacho Herrera, who's being doused, his third goal of the night, if it was him who pulled the trigger. They're just so more effective in the final third.
Yeah, El Coloro is in tears. Nacho Herrera has got his hat trick, scoring 3 of Chile's 4 goals. No one expected this. They are running straight through Morocco. What a debut nations competition for the South Americans. The 39-year-old Chilean striker finding the back of the net yet again.
Card time.
Secret card Chile, shootout.
And a chance to extend the lead even further with a shootout.
Yeah, just everything seems to be going right for Chile, John.
Herrera, is he going to be the man to take this?
I think since Nacho Herrera is on a hat-trick, he's brewing in confidence. I would select him, or is it going to be Vidangosi? He's the number 10.
Well, at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be Vidangosi, Mati, as his teammates call him. The man who signed for Villarreal in 2007, but never played.
Mateus is on the back, and that's what we're going to stick with now. Chance here to make it 5-0. As he moves forward, he's got 5 seconds. Goes round the keeper and slides it home. And Chile are running riot against Morocco.
John, everyone at the Trident Arena, everyone watching around planet Earth, watch and learn. This is an absolute masterclass on a shootout. This is how you take it. Cuts to his right-hand side, knew exactly what to do, when to do it. Chile make it 5. Keeping in mind, my friend, they still have the president penalty. This is a completely different Morocco in relation to what we saw against Colombia. Unrecognizable.
Yeah, they're folded. I think it also puts Colombia in context as well on how kind of weak Colombia have been so far, at least, and Chile taking full advantage here, and this has really rocked the Moroccans. Hugely disappointing display. 5 goals down. As we look at the tournament predictor in the bottom of your screen, get into that if you can. Put your scores in. I don't think anybody would have said 5-0 to Chile at this stage. Only the brave, maybe. Chile well on top. It's been one-way traffic as well, Anthony. Okay, they're not completely dead and buried, Morocco, but they need something really huge. And we haven't seen any side come back from this scoreline yet.
One of the reasons Chile are winning 5-0 is because they have also been very disciplined defensively. We saw the work there from Piero Garate, so they're fighting for every ball.
Well, close. Again, power down that left-hand channel. It's worth a pop when you're leading by 5-0. Fingertips.
Chile want more. They're not content with just 5.
This has not been a day for the Moroccans.
Here's Natir Loab.
Well, that's a good effort, but again, Herrera's there. You know, we talked about goalkeepers being MVPs. Probably won't get the nod, but he has been key. Tends to go to the goal scorers, doesn't it? Across the line, again Herrera, brave stop to smother the danger.
Yeah, it was accidental there, but there was a kick to the head. Ouch, this is always something you want to avoid. Here's the replay. I'm sure it was unintentional. Yeah, it was completely an accident there. Nadir Loa simply in the wrong place at the right time, at the wrong time. 33 minutes. Morocco can still use the precedent penalty. I mean, based off of what I've seen thus far, I think it's difficult for Fuad to score. He really has been closed down. More likely that this guy scores, not Herrera.
Tried.
Look at the little Rabona there.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
Didn't quite work, but the flamboyance is there. But of course, you can afford to do that when you're leading by 5 goals to 0.
You know, when I see that Rabona, I recall a goal that Eric Lamela scored against Arsenal for Tottenham. You're going to remember this, John, a few years ago in the Europa League or Premier League.
Yeah. You've got to be a top-class player. You've got to be hugely competent and confident in your own skills. .34 on the clock. Weather conditions, a little spot of rain in the city of São Paulo might just delay the start of the second match, but the teams are here.
Arturo Vidal a lot happier now than what we saw against the Netherlands. He was very tense when he was facing the Dutch.
Yeah, it's going to be spreading out on that sofa before too long. But it's been one-sided. We haven't seen that many one-sided games so far. Italy, France, the one which would stand out, but it's been disappointing, hasn't it, from Morocco. So far, a clean sheet for Chile. Everything's gone their way. They've been hardly troubled. When Morocco have got through, Herrera has denied them, so far at least.
The Moroccans may be just a little bit too anxious right now, maybe just a little bit too aggressive. And of course, the Chileans are going to take advantage of it. They can make it 6-0 if the precedent penalty is converted. Canales is a good kicker. He was unfortunate against the Netherlands, but he is a good kicker. The other two presidents, of course, Chilao, who's not here at the Trident Arena, and Arturo Vidal.
And when we get to 36, which is fast approaching, Chile racing forward. Again, they've been absolutely dominant here this early evening. When we get to 36, challengers flying in. Break on here for Morocco. Can they profit from it? Forward. Reverse angle. Keeper smothers the danger again. 36-minute mark. That's wonderfully taken down.
Or actually, Chilao actually might be here at the Trident Arena. I believe I might have seen him. Yeah, it's the star player Fuad, but of course, the entire Chilean squad are onto him.
At 36 minutes, Anthony, despite having a 5-goal cushion, Chile still need to score again.
And they're not using their presidential penalty.
Yeah, reserving their strengths, perhaps. So Chile still needing another goal. We've kind of mentioned this before, with such a big difference between the two teams. In fairness, maybe Chile should be able to walk away with it now, I think.
Yeah, I think
it's
so
good
too.
when you've got 1 or 2 goals different, but 5, you know, there's no chance of coming back from this. We assume we've never seen it, but it's always a possibility.
Well, John, the match ball moment is coming up soon, and this part always reminds me of Fortnite when you're down to the final 2, you know?
Yes, they can't do mess it up. That kind of moment with everyone watching. It's the same kind of thing here. One play could decide the whole match.
It's that mix of chaos and tense calm that's so good, both on the pitch and on the Fortnite island.
So chat if you want to fill that later, you know what to do, but for now, eyes on this, because it could end in a second. Fortnite, if you've never tried it, give it a bash.
Yeah, I certainly recommend it. Very, very fun to play with friends and family online, people across the globe. A huge shout out to our friends at Fortnite, available now. Can Chile seal the deal soon? Is it going to take time? Or Morocco going to come back? We'll see. This is why match ball moment is so dramatic. Guys, for everyone watching, it's 5v5, okay? This is how match ball moment begins. It's not 7v7 anymore, so these players have more time and space.
And it drops down after every minute. Chile need another goal. Morocco needs 5 without any kind of reply.
The ball here, the words there from Neo Capizani, the Brazilian ref.
4 minutos.
Again, that's a reverse angle camera. Breaking the 180 rule at times to come Morocco, needing a consolation or two. MVP, remember, make your votes count. It is the name of the player. Now Chile breaking forward, drifted to the far side, keeper comes and smothers it. So get your votes in as soon as you can. Again, Herrera's name is there, despite his fine performance. I've got a feeling who's going to take it. Another player has been added on, just in case you're wondering what that little noise was in the background. Chile have been dominant. Question of time before they get goal number 6 for what is going to be a resounding victory.
Yeah, don't forget to vote in the chat for the man of the match. Just write in the name. And I think, John, Chile, very strong candidates for being the surprise team of the competition.
Still, okay, 2 games in, 2 wins.
Only Italy and Spain have been able to do that.
Got to keep a rhythm going now. Good footwork, great footwork again. Keeper has committed, but it's just no joy. Nadir did just about everything right, then words were exchanged.
It's the World Cup, ladies and gentlemen, and that just goes to show how good Nadir Loa is. Look at that footwork.
Couldn't quite match the footwork with the finish.
Nice turn.
Driven across the area. Chile wanting to wrap this up.
There's the star man, Nacho Herrera, the hat-trick hero for Chile.
Spaces here. The master was unmarked. There he is. We'll have a go first time, and does so, but lifts it over.
Yeah, the effort there from Donoso. At this point of the game, you have to do better than that. At least put it on frame. We're closing in on minute 40. Very soon it's going to be just 2v2.
Chile getting him a challengers, a red shirt available. There's a shooting opportunity, and it's off the metalwork and into the back of the net, and at least Morocco find a way through.
Yeah, what an absolute power punch from the star man, Nadir Loa. Deflection, post, back of the net. Morocco might just have a lifeline. They're going to have to score 4 more and not concede to get back into this game.
It's not been done so far, but you never know. Get those votes in.
precisa do
quickly as you can.
arqueiro.
Remember, it's the
É obrigatório nesse momento o
player's
arqueiro,
name.
ok? Arqueiro somente lá.
You're going to get a lot more movement, a lot more space. Fewer players out there, which may work to Morocco's advantage if they can keep Chile out. Nacho Herrera favours the right foot, goes on his left and drills it low, and Chile wrap it up. And he has been the star of the show in the final third for Chile. A convincing win against the Moroccans by 6-1. Morocco just blown aside by the South Americans.
John, we are going to be talking about this win. We are going to be talking about Team Chile. We are going to be talking about Nacho Herrera over the course of the entire week. It's not any player who can score 4 goals in a game. We talked about Walid Jadi, we talked about Matteo Perotti, and Nacho Herrera joins that selective group, and his family deserves this goal. This guy deserves this goal. At 39 years of age, winning the second division with Chile last year, earning promotion to the top flight of the Chilean league with, of course, the team Universidad de Concepción, spending so much time away from his daughter. Nacho Herrera, MVP of the match, much deserved. In just a few moments.
Yeah, I did say
getting the ball signing.
It's a kind of 2 Herreras, stealing the shot, the keeper and the front runner. This man will have his name on the match ball.
And so now this guy is just behind Matteo Perotti. He's right there with Walid Jadi. There it is. If you're following every moment of our Kings World Cup of Nations, pay attention. One of the most iconic items of the season is this ball right here. This one signed by Ignacio Nacho Herrera, the official ball signed by the tournament's biggest stars, a true relic owned by KTO. Look at that, Chichi Chile going over to celebrate with the fans. There's a big Chilean community here in São Paulo. Many of these Chileans who made the trip to the Trident Arena, they faced the thunderstorms, the showers that are just punching down upon the city of São Paulo, John.
Convincing, very convincing win for Chile against Morocco. Disappointing to say the least for Morocco, who I think many would have expected them to put on a better performance. It wasn't that way.
John, we really have to talk about the fact that at this level, at this Kings World Cup of Nations, 20 teams, it's really difficult to win your 2 opening games, especially when you're making your debut in the competition. I mean, Spain were able to do this, Italy were able to do this, but those are 2 teams that have played a competition like this before. This is the first time that Chile have been on this very stage, and they only conceded 1 goal in this game to Morocco. They conceded just 3 games to the Netherlands, which is not a whole lot. So we really have to acknowledge the defensive discipline and strength from the South Americans. Let's have a look at the statistics right now. One thing I also want to point out, John, about this Chilean team is the depth and the experience that these guys have, right? We can talk about Herrera, who's 38 years of age. Cristian Vilches, 42 years of age. We can talk about Mati Donoso, who's not a young guy anymore, right? He was under 20 years old way back in 2007. So we have many players who are in their 30s, and these are experienced players, right? These are players who have played at the top flight in 11-a-side football, and clearly it's working. They're bringing their experience, they're bringing their life stories, what they have accumulated across their careers to the Kings universe. Look at the statistics there. Chile, clearly the better side, more shots on target. Morocco today were just not good enough. And
blown away really, weren't they? Argentina are out there on the pitch as we look behind the scenes. Argentina-Japan coming up very shortly. I just wonder if Chile are real contenders. We're going to find out. Argentina, for my money, I think are contenders.
Yeah, after those 2 wins for Chile, I can say the South Americans are the favorites to at least punch straight through to the quarterfinals. It's very important to finish at the top of your group. That way, you transition straight to the quarterfinal. Coming up next, we have Argentina versus Japan, Japan versus Argentina. Los hermanos, who didn't do too particularly well at the Kings World Cup of Nations in Italy. They were eliminated by Mexico, but they started off the tournament with a slim shootout win over Germany. And here we see the Japanese, right? The Japanese, this side from Judici Kato.
Let's go back then to what we saw. Say a good demonstration from Chile. Disappointing, we've said more on one occasion. From Morocco tonight, Chile just doing everything right without, strange as it may seem, without having to be exceptional, but they just control the tempo right from the off. Very low scoring to begin with, and up front is where Morocco struggled, and when they did get through, Herrera was there to save the day. So Chile getting it right in every department. Just the one consolation goal for Morocco in the end. Maybe too physical, perhaps, the Chileans for Morocco. What went wrong for Morocco today? Were they just not good enough?
I think everything went wrong for Morocco today. Defensively, offensively, with the secret cards. I mean, they gave it to Fouad El Amrani. Why would you give it to him? I think that's a mistake in itself. Why not give it to the guy Walid Jadi, who scored 4 goals in the previous game? Fouad didn't produce a whole lot. There he is.
Yeah, we don't know if it's a little knocks, for example.
Japan versus Argentina. Argentina versus Japan. Coming up next. Get ready, everyone. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Wide shot of the Trident Arena here in São Paulo, Brazil. On your right-hand side, you see Japan. On your left, Argentina. Argentina, of course, are the favorites, right? You see the statistics there. Argentina with over 70% chance, at least probability, the odds of winning this game. Facu Romero, the star man for Argentina. Kuga Yokoyama, the star man for Japan. Japan coming from a 5-2 loss to the United States. They weren't too particularly impressive. They'll be looking to clean up that image, especially after what we saw at the Nations in Italy, right? They beat the Italians, the hosts, 3-1 in the very first game. Didn't start off on the right foot here in Brazil. We saw Argentina, a strong side. They faced a good German team, won in the shootout by just 1-0 in the shootout. That's not a whole lot. 9 shootout attempts, only 1 of those went in. It was the effort from the number 3, Fabricio Forresto. So, John, the question is, my friend, do you think Japan can pull off the upset?
In a word, no. I'd like to see them give Argentina a game, and of course anything can happen, as we do know in the Kings universe, but I'm afraid the odds favour Argentina very, very heavily. But let's hope Japan can really put out a battle.
We want to introduce you once again to the Allianz Parque, where the final will be played on January 17th. Here it is in all of its glory. Take a look.
Allianz Parque, estamos de volta.
the road to the Allianz Parque, January 17th. That is the place to be. Make sure to get your tickets on our website, kingsleague.pro. There it is, Juntos por um Sonho, together for a dream. Just to be clear with our viewers, right, the entire competition will be played here at the formidable Trident Arena, also in the city of São Paulo. The final will be played at the Allianz Parque. You can fit over 40,000 people in that stadium. It really is one of the most modern stadiums in South America. It's where the big concerts happen. It's the home to Palmeiras, which is one of the bigger teams here in Brazil, three-time Copa Libertadores winner. I want time to fly, John. I want it to be January 17th already.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, because I've never been there. I've only been to the old Palestra Italia, so I really am looking forward to the 17th of January.
Yeah, and the Allianz Parque is located on the street called Street Palestra Italia. Let's talk about the presidential penalty for Argentina. This penalty right here, taken by this guy, Marquito Navarra, the Argentine streamer, content creator. This guy used to work at his father's barber shop, and he was known as the barber of the celebrities. So many of the players from Boca Juniors, Independiente, from Avellaneda, used to step in to his dad's barber shop, and he ended up developing a content creating career. Things worked out for him, and he's got that footballer, soccer player vein. And this is what I mean. Left foot on it, Panenka. Ha ha! What a way to beat Daniel Dressen. El Frío Marquito Navarra, the Iceman Marquito Navarra. He contributed to Argentina's victory at a crucial moment when the game was tied 2-2, and he would not feel the pressure.
Yeah, I think Argentina are contenders.
Speaking of a presidential penalty, let's also talk about Junichi Kato, YouTuber, streamer, internet personality. He's crossed over from the digital entertainment world into the world of the Kings League. He's the president of Murash FC, a team that has competed in the Kings World Cup of Clubs. He converted his presidential penalty, and let's be honest here, John, a presidential penalty, golazo, but as you can imagine, it wouldn't be enough to avoid the Japanese defeat to the US. The US would win this game 5-2, but nonetheless, what a strike from Junichi Kato.
Yeah, they got blown away, didn't they? Japan against the US. I've got a feeling that's going to be the same as well here against Argentina. With high scoreline we've had so far, one of the whitewash. Italy trouncing France by 8-0. I wonder if we're going to get a similar kind of scoreline here.
One thing that I really like to point out here in the Trident Arena are the drones, right? Our production team has really done an excellent job in providing us top-notch drones that just fly over the entire arena. They show us the booths, they show us the players, the teams, the coaches, the supporters, so that you get a perspective of every single angle concerning everything that goes on inside the Trident Arena. There's Team Argentina. There are a few players we can point out in this Argentine dugout. We can talk about Gonzalo Lescano, for instance. He's the number 27. He scored a brace in the match against Germany. I want to talk about this guy, Lionel Vangioni. Played for River Plate, won the Copa Libertadores in 2015, beating Tigres, the Mexican side, in the final, won the Sudamericana in 2014.
And if you don't know what the Libertadores is, it's the equivalent of the South American equivalent of the Champions League and the Sudamericana, kind of Europa League.
Yeah, that's a good comparison, my friend. Agree with you there, and really impressive to see Vangioni still playing at this level. The Kings League level is a high level. If you have some viewers in Mexico, you might remember Vangioni from his time at Monterrey, the side from the beautiful Mexican state of Nuevo León. This is our star player for Team Japan, Keisuke Shigenobu. He's got a lethal left foot, impressive shooting range, capable of scoring from distance. Now, is it going to be enough against Argentina? I think the US are not as good as Argentina. He scored a goal against the Americans, but I think he's going to have a tougher time against Los Hermanos.
Yeah, Japan on the whole, really, I think they might be in for a bit of a pounding. It would be really nice to see the Japanese, let's say, okay, let's go for it tonight, but they're going to be up against it.
Yeah, I want to talk about this guy as well, Facu Romero. He plays for Cuni Sports in Kings League Spain, and he is on his second Kings World Cup of Nations. One thing I want to point out, the Japanese will be looking for their sweet revenge because we recall both of these teams met at the Nations in Italy in the second round, and the South American side emerged triumphant. This is Pablo Miura, the Brazilian-Japanese player. He's very, very good in those 1v1 situations. So if Japan want to pull off the upset, they're going to need this guy performing at his best. So the Argentine defense need to keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, I think people might be questioning why Brazilians end up in Japan. There's a historic difference. It's the biggest Japanese community outside Japan living in Brazil. And of course in the past as well, the J-League did attract many players, not just from Brazil, but also over the world.
Let's have a look at the lineups right here. Number 1, Leo Silva. Number 23, Luis Sanchez. Number 2, Ezequiel Cohen. Number 3, Fabricio Foresto. Number 5, Dago Campari. Important information. The number 6, Santiago Rothenberg. We just got information a few moments ago that he is not available for Argentina due to injury. So Argentina will not be having Rothenberg at their disposal. The number 7 is Tomás Sandoval. The number 8, Facu Sanchez. The number 9, Aaron Martinez. The number 11, Franco Romero. 17, Facu Romero. 21, Lionel Vangioni. And the number 27, Gonzalo Lescano, the man with the brace in the previous game against Germany. Let's have a look at the lineups for Team Japan. Rikia Narita, the number 1, the number 29, Yusei Narita, the number 6, Shohei Agata, the number 7, Kuga Yokoyama, the number 8, Yuya Hagozaki, the number 9, Hazuki Hamamoto, the number 10, he's a good player as well, Toisha Miyashita, the number 13, Ryurei Tanabe, the number 14, Reo Umetsu, the number 46, Kensei Matsumori, the number 74, Keisuke Shigenobu, the number 77, the Brazilian-Japanese man we just talked about, Pablo Miura, and the number 83, Masaya Nogasaki. How is that pronunciation, Caio Correa, my good friend? I think it was pretty good. What do you think, John?
Let's move on.
Let's have a listen right now to the bench of Los Hermanos.
Estamos todos un poquito saltados por todo lo que tuvimos que hacer todo rápido, bueno, pero estemos tranquilos. Una vez que entremos a la cancha, que toque el silbato, entremos tranquilos. ¿Estamos? Le voy a decir lo mismo que le dije el otro día que jugamos. Tenemos que hacernos fuertes como equipo. El otro día nos faltaron cosas. Bueno, hoy es momento de mejorarlo. Ahora, le voy a decir una cosa. Nos van a comer el orto dentro, ¿eh?
Yeah, you saw that everyone was listening to Lionel Vangioni. When Vangioni is communicating with you, you want to listen. A player that has played at the Libertadores Sudamericana level, that has won those competitions. You want to listen to what he's saying. This is Team Japan from Junichi Kato, who's of course the president and captain, and their head coach is Shunsuke Nakamura. Once again,
de antes,
Team Argentina.
Facu Franco y 3 jugaron en el mundial anterior.
Agüero's brother, Kun Agüero's brother, if I'm not mistaken, is part of the Argentine coaching staff.
And you'll spot him a mile away because they look very, very similar.
Yeah, I believe it's Mauricio Jordán del Castillo.
Just something about that Japanese anthem, isn't there? Something special about it.
Yeah, it really is a special national anthem. The Argentine national anthem deserves its credit as well. Don't forget to vote for the player who's going to start the 1v1. The players head for the handshakes, and we are gearing up. We're getting ready to go for the first half, the first 45 minutes. There's 20 minutes of playing time of Argentina versus Japan, Japan versus Argentina.
You just wish it was 45 minutes.
I wish it was 45 minutes. Maybe the match will take 45 minutes to end, right? We've seen matches that have lasted over 20 minutes or over 40 minutes. Time to select the secret cards. Keeping in mind, these coaches do not know what they are selecting, okay? We see the percentages there, selecting, and those cards will be unveiled at one point. They can be used between minute 5 and 17 in the first half, and between minute 23 and 36 in the second. Here's the Argentine dugout of Presidents Kun Agüero, Manchester City legend, of the content creator and streamer Marquito Navajas. On the other side, we have Team Japan. Argentina coming from a narrow shootout win over Germany. Japan looking for a rebound win after the 5-2 loss to Team USA.
The audience has decided the 1 versus 1. Argentina, number 5, Dago Campari. Japan, number 77, Pablo Miura.
The number 5, Dago Campari. And the number 77, I believe, Pablo Miura, will be starting the 1v1 Battle Royale scale up on each side.
4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready.
Get ready, everyone. Fasten your seatbelts. There's the Trionda. It drops, falls out of the sky, and just like that, we are underway. Campari goes charging into his opponent. Offensive foul that favors Japan. Usually we get some goals in these first few minutes. Hopefully it happens here. This is the scale up. Play begins with 1v1 and the goalkeepers. So if you see the corner of the screen there, you're going to get some explanations. Here's Pablo Miura, left foot. Here's Usain Narita, blocked by the excellent Luis Sanchez.
Yeah, Narita took all day. Should have hit that first time.
Sideline throw for Japan on the left wing. Narita, he's got the support from Pablo Miura. Here's the Brazilian-Japanese player, very good in 1v1 situations. He's got a great left foot towards his right.
Okay.
Dago recovers for Argentina. Luis Sanchez, I felt, could have gone for the attempt from range, decides against it. Now 3v3, 2 outfield players and the goalkeeper for Argentina. Facu Romero, Dago back towards Facu on his left foot. Here's Luis Sanchez, the goalkeeper, acting as a left winger. Toshia giving Argentina a tough time. Here's the effort from range. Not a bad strike, was it? Japan almost draw first blood.
Yeah, a little deflection, a little bobble on this normally pristine playing surface. Perhaps took this sting out of a shot. But I agree with you. Argentina could have had that shot by the goalkeeper.
Paco Romero towards the left-hand side. Here's Dago on his right foot. Luis Sanchez from range. Way too much power on it, over the crossbar, out for a goal kick. You saw a few moments ago there, Marquito Navajas, the president who converted the penalty in the last game. 2 minutes in, 4v4. A very even game thus far. In the previous game, Chile destroyed Morocco 6-1. No one expected that to happen. Here's the captain, Toshia, cuts inside. He's got the overlapping run. Here's the layoff. Hako. Toshia once again on his right foot, forcing Luis Sanchez to work. Great strike from the Japanese number 10.
Yeah, promising starts from the Japanese in their all blue kit tonight.
And Luis Sanchez, he's got the support on the right-hand side. Facu Romero, he's got a great left foot, this guy. He was the MVP of the previous game.
8, 7,
Dago.
6, 5,
Luis Sanchez gives Facu Romero, left foot. Facu, is he going to score a wonder goal? No, he isn't.
Couldn't release it quickly enough.
Reminded me of Neymar back in the day with Barcelona and Santos. He liked to weave his way in.
Yeah, that's the old Neymar. I'm afraid that Neymar
yeah, it is.
has long since gone.
Or the new Neymar, the young Neymar.
Yeah, unfortunately, his pomp has well passed.
Pablo Miura. Here's Yuyap.
10, 9, 8.
This is Kuga from range. The effort goes wide from the Japanese number 7.
Got to say it's okay so far, isn't it, for Japan? Because what we don't want to blow out early on. We want a contest.
Yeah, almost 4 minutes in, Japan have been able to hold off Argentina.
9,
This is
8,
Ezequiel Cohen. He
7,
picked up a yellow
6,
card in the first
5.
game. The effort from range. Decent strike, just a tad bit over the crossbar.
Are you a fan of that, this particular rule, where you have to release that ball within the 5 seconds?
I'm not a fan, my friend. I'm not a fan.
Rules and regulations, of course, voted for on social media. So maybe people can vote to change rules and regulations.
Well, you know what? I'll take that back. Depends on the situation.
Well, that's going to be a yellow card.
That's going to be a foul, and it's
No, come on.
from Vangioni.
Stop.
Is he going to pick up a yellow card?
No, it's a warning.
Yeah, it's just a verbal warning.
Oh, he's very lucky. Very lucky man.
Very, very lucky. For the player as experienced as Vangioni, Libertadores winner with River Plate in 2015, beating Tigres in the final, and at that final, you'll recall, Tigres were the favorites.
Yeah, when the Mexican teams were involved in the Libertadores, they've been in and out of that competition over the decades. Haven't been involved for a while.
Can the Japanese break the deadlock? Miura takes it short. Not quite sure whether that's how they rehearsed it.
I don't think so somehow. Communication breakdown.
Luis Sanchez able to restart. Plays it short.
You know, best control. If Japan do progress in this competition, I think they're going to get a lot of popular local support. It's a big if, of course.
Yeah, Japan at the Nations last year in Italy stunned the world by beating the Italians on Italian soil. No one expected them to do that.
Yo soy un humorista de la posta, un humorista del carajo. Encima justo me pongo la cámara.
Quito Navajas. Is he going to take his president penalty again? Japan restarts. Still 0-0. 5 minutes in, no goals. Here's Yusei Narita. So now, up until minute 17 of this first half, the teams can use the secret cards. They can use the president penalties. Huge shout out to our viewers across planet Earth. From wherever you're watching, let us know. Share the link in your WhatsApp groups with friends, family members. The more people, the merrier. We had over 3,000 people checking in with us for the Morocco versus Chile game. A huge win for the Chileans. We heard a lot of G, le, le, le inside the Trident Arena.
Yeah, no contest in the end.
Some viewers checking in already, cheering for Japan. Here's the long ball, Facu Romero with the header. Japan win it back. Here's the long ball. This ball's just bouncing all over the place. Physical challenge there inside the center circle. It's Ezekiel Cohen on the end of it. This is the guy who took a reverse penalty in the previous game, and he scored.
Well, he came lunging in and then was just caught there as he's barreling towards the floor. Back on his feet.
Okay.
None the worse to wear. Referee checks he's all right.
Yeah, the referee is Eugenio Abatista from Italy. In case we get VAR review, the VAR ref is Salva Lozano from Spain. Here's the through ball. The Japanese were able to deal with it. Little nutmeg there. Oopsie daisies, see you later. Nice move from Kuga Yokoyama.
No, keep that. Keep that.
And here are Flamengo from Guarulhos. Guarulhos is a city in the metropolitan area of São Paulo, and the players of Flamengo, I believe Flamengo are in the 4th division of the Brazilian Football League system, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's a lot of Flamengos, there's a lot of Palmeiras, if that's the right plural. Palmeirai.
Palmeirai. Here come Argentina.
Tons of Americas as well.
Yeah, we get América from Minas Gerais, América from the Rio Grande do Norte. As you're watching us, we're just teach you a little bit more about football here in Brazil.
And of course, the big one from Rio de Janeiro, America.
Huge shout out to our viewers in Romania, checking in, saying, hey, I'm rooting for Spain and Italy, but in this match, I can't pick a favorite. He's just in it for the beautiful game, and that's A-okay, my friend. You know, I'm gonna have a shout out here for the best acai, because just a few moments ago, they brought us some. And, you know, if I go silent over the course of the broadcast, that's because I'm eating some acai.
Well,
nothing wrong with that, especially when you're in Brazil.
What I can tell you is polished it off already. I kind of describe it as a kind of a sludge type thing.
Yeah, it's difficult to explain. I just tell people, you got to try it. You got to try it.
It's an icy sludge, which can affect the front of me, the kind of the cold area. But good stuff.
What an even game so far. I look at that ball possession almost down the middle. We're closing in on the 10th minute mark. We expected a superiority from Argentina that we're not seeing.
Maybe they're just kind of holding back a little bit. Let's give credit to Japan as well, which is what we wanted to see from them. Make a game of it.
Through ball there, not a bad idea for Kazuki Yamamoto. Or rather, Hamamoto, excuse me, to pronounce his name correctly.
Yeah, I'm looking around this pitch as well. There's one or two big bodies out there for Japan, especially their number 9, Hamamoto. He's got a hammer on his shoulders.
Here's Vangioni on the left-hand side. He's got support. Here come Argentina. Through ball. Vangioni dispossessed in the nick of time. One of our viewers reminding us, Japan isn't getting blown out. Worst loss in previous 2 tournaments. 20-25 nations in clubs was just 2 goals with similar teams. Interesting fact.
And that's what it is good, isn't it? As we keep saying, we want Japan, from a neutral perspective, of course, to have a real go at Argentina.
Yeah, that's why it's important for our viewers to check in with us in the chat, of course, to keep us in check, to inform us. Tell us where you're watching the game from. If you're enjoying the broadcast, let us know, hey, I'm enjoying it. Do a little bit more of this, a little bit less of that. We want to know. We welcome the feedback. Almost 11 minutes on the clock. Who's going to break the deadlock first? Will it be Team Japan? Will it be Team Argentina? There's Ezekiel Cohen with the foul.
11 minutes gone. I think this scoreline is surprising many. On top of this as well, Anthony, we've hardly had a shot on goal.
Maybe a president penalty from Junichi Kato right here will change it. He's the president of Monash, a team that has competed in the Kings World Cup of Clubs. It's blasted away. You know, one of these balls the other day made it into our booth. I thought I was able to hide it, but then when I looked, it just disappeared. So someone must have come in here and just took it away.
Yeah, there's always someone popping into our booth. We don't mind normally with food and the acai and bits and bobs and camera crews yesterday.
Camera crews, yep.
Interviews today.
We're feeling special, aren't we, my friend?
We certainly are. We are privileged to be here.
Very privileged, very lucky. What an opportunity it is to be at the Kings World Cup of Nations. From wherever you're watching us around planet Earth, we're certainly very happy to have you here with us. It's a fun fact, important fact. Flamengo's biggest rival is Capivariano. Here comes Japan, left foot on it, blocked to the effort from Kensei Matsumori. There he is. Good effort to get in the way by Dago. Once again, Sanchez, Japan, 12.5 minutes, looking to get that first goal. I think only in the game between Poland and Algeria did we not have any goals at this point in the game. Dago boots it away.
And then Algeria took control.
Sideline throw, taken short. Here's Kensei. Cut across, first time effort. Almost landing on the players of Flamengo from Guarulhos there.
Yeah, it's been a physical match so far with little trickery in the final third. Both sides just cancelling each other out here. And again, Japan just digging in deep. Can they sustain it? That's the big question.
You know, John, you love talking about the time, right? Let me just have a look at this play right here on the left-hand side. We got a viewer in Bahrain who's saying, watching, supporting Japan, local time, 1:42 a.m. Almost 2 in the morning in the Middle East.
That is dedication.
Yes.
We are so pleased.
That's exactly what we want. People tuned into the Kings World Cup of Nations. Here's the long ball. It is a good one.
I hope he's got hope he or she perhaps has got plenty of snacks, plenty of drinks on the go.
Unfortunately, no acai. Here's Masaya Nozaki. Toshia, the number 10. This is one to watch as well. Just as I say that, he misses that pass. The long ball goes out. Dennis, one of our viewers, saying, I'm going to predict that both penalties, presidents will score their penalties. Capivariano are in the north side of the stands.
Still scoreless here. Tense, tough match. Both sides willing to battle.
Almost 15 minutes on the clock. We have Flamengo de Guarulhos and Capivariano in the house. So Chiap takes it short, receives it again. He's going for the long ball right wing. It's steered back. Is he going to get to it? No, he isn't. Cohen gets to it first. Advantage given. Here come Argentina on the left wing.
Yeah, I think the ref's going to take a yellow card. It was good refereeing.
Let's have a look at the replay. Ouch!
Yeah, half an hour late.
Toshia late on the challenge. He apologized.
Cohen's been in the wars today, hasn't he? He was clattered into earlier on in the game.
There's Vangioni.
There, please.
Or rather, Martinez. I thought it was Vangioni for a split second. Yeah. Marquito Navajas drinking all the water. His buddy's dehydrated.
There's tons of water around, I can assure you of that.
We need that water for our voices, my friend. Very important. Set piece for Argentina. Sandoval to take it. Takes it short. First time shot. Barreled towards the net there.
You know, I built up the Argentina side as we get a reminder to get your tickets for the final on the 17th. Check out the site as well if you're looking for tickets at the wonderful Allianz Parque. So you've got information about the tournament. You've got the site tickets, of course, and of course you've got loads of merchandise. So do check out our site. Do get your ticket for that big final on the 17th.
Yeah, não perca a Copa do Mundo. Don't miss the World Cup. That's Portuguese for you. Such a beautiful language. Make sure to get your tickets at kingsleague.pro.
For this phase of a tournament and the final.
Argentina on the offensive drive. We're closing in on minute 17. That's when the double goal privileges are going to start. Here's Facu from range. What a rocket! Forcing Yusei Narita to get to it. The best chance of the game so far came only in minute 16. There it is.
But it's inside the semicircle, and it was a magnificent stop as well. You know, I've built up Argentina. All credit to Japan for keeping Argentina at bay so far this match, but I think when you're shooting from that kind of range, it's not exactly desperation, but you know that they're struggling to get through in the final third. Again, all credit to the Japanese.
Argentina with renewed momentum. Left-hand side, there's the effort. Ouch, I would not want to be the Japanese player in the trajectory of that ball.
Stop the time.
Stop the time. That's the word there from Eugenio Abatista, the Italian ref. Let's have a look at the replay. The shot here from Fabricio Forresto. Ooh, don't give me the replay. Ouch! Fabricio Forresto, the only player to score in the shootout, and he certainly...
Was he out cold?
Knocked this guy out.
No, that was sort of a bit of arm movement there. My initial impression, it was into the top of the chest, but as we saw from the replay, it was a full side on the face and hit with some real power as well.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get a concussion there. That's the number 83, Masaya Nozaki. Nice point of view there from the ref. Let's have a look at it again. Very brave to get his face in the way.
Got a feeling that wasn't his plan. Probably couldn't get his face out of the way, but just on the side, really on the neck as well.
Substitution.
The stretcher not required.
This Japanese side, John, is very young. Only 2 of these players were at the World Cup last year. That's Yusei Narita, the goalkeeper,
Guys,
and Shohei Agata, the number 6. And only one of them scored. It was Agata, the number 6.
Okay. Play.
Underway once again. 10 seconds till we enter double goal mode. Here's Facu Romero. He's got the support from Facu Navajas. That's the guy who almost scored a few moments ago. Sanchez lays it off towards the left-hand side. There's the effort. Way out. Dennis, one of our viewers, saying, I'm going to predict that both presidents will score their penalties in this match. Knowing my luck, I'm jinxing it and they're going to miss. So if they miss, we know who to blame.
Dennis the Menace.
And the ball, of course, to point out as well, it changes color just to add to the excitement. Double goal mode. So if you see an orange ball on the pitch, there it is. That's because we're in double goal mode. So if Argentina score, if Japan score, they're going to move up to 2-0. This is the first time, John, in the competition that we've entered double goal mode at 0-0. With Algeria and Poland. Algeria scored. They went into halftime leading by a pair of goals. So if none of these teams score, it's going to be the first game in the competition to end goalless at the half. And I think what's good is the fact that we're getting a lot of goals over the course of the competition, and really that's what our viewers want to see.
Yeah, the goals coming significantly straight after the break. We're hoping for some goal mouth action before 20 minutes each half, remember?
Yeah, there's a viewer here that said, I think this is the first time we reached minute 17 without a goal. I think he's listening to me. I think he's listening to me.
Oh, you read him first and read, if it was him, said what he said.
No, he said it right after I did. I swear, I promise you. Believe me, John.
I'll believe you.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I hope I have a good credibility still. Argentina trying to push on that left-hand side. Here's Lescano. First time effort there from Facu Navajas. Wow, wasn't the best of efforts, was it?
Almost, it was on the ceiling, in fact, with a miss-hit volley.
Yeah, hopefully he didn't hit a light or something like that. We got a lot of equipment here in the Trident Arena.
Argentina not quite clicking again. A lot of it's down to the tenacity of Japan.
The long ball there from Narita. Sanchez is going to try and send it right back. Kuga gets his head in the way. This is Gonzalo Lescano, the player who had the brace against Germany.
You know, still 0-0 here as we approach the 18-minute mark.
Attempted give and go. Argentina's still coming. It's loose and alive. Can someone get a foot on it? Narita. You say Narita.
But I'm thinking how different this game could have been had Luis Sanchez, the Argentine goalkeeper, taken a pot shot on goal right, I think in the first minute, 2 minutes, something like that on the clock, when it seemed to us that the shot was on, they didn't take it.
What a brave Usain Arita right there, throwing his body on that ball. The effort from Bangioni. 18 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, we are drifting towards the half-time.
Japan to restart, they take it short. It's Toshiya, the number 10. Risky ball down the center.
A great recovery, or almost recovery from the Japanese. They've worked so hard here this evening.
We're about to enter the final 60 seconds of this first half. Saw a split second ago, Franco Romero. Through ball up the field, no one from Argentina to claim it. Japan get a chance to restart. First time touch there wasn't ideal. Not going to lie to our viewers, not going to say it was a brilliant first half. I mean, we've seen better. Just really one solid attempt from Facu Navaja Sanchez, forcing a good save from Usain Arita, that guy, but that was about it.
I think Argentina a little off colour. Japan perhaps playing to their utmost. So those two factors balancing each other out. But I think this game is going to certainly swing once we get the kick-off right at the start of the second half.
Yeah, hopefully we get some adrenaline injected into this game in the second half. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the countdown. Minute 20, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the Kings World Cup of Nations Brazil 2026, we have a goalless first half. No goals for Argentina, no goals for Japan. A very, very level game. I think this is a better result for the Japanese than it is for Argentina.
It's an absolutely great result. A partial result, of course, for Japan, but I still expect Argentina to come away with this eventually. It could be the kiss of death for them.
Let's have a look at the captain's take from Team Argentina.
Según ellos ofensivo, entonces...
No sé si están ofensivos, ellos se cuidan también.
Y pero tienen que salir a buscarlo en algún momento, o quieren ganar con las cartas.
No, sí, con las cartas, última, que no te caigan a gol y llevar al resultado.
Atención, la figura que vos tenés. Pasa que vos te levantás como a las 10, yo me levanto a las 7, 7 y media.
Me dijo, no, me gusta que entre la luz de la ventana porque me despierto temprano. Yo dije, bueno, dejo la cortina abierta. 7, 7 y media, 8, 8 y media, se levanta más. Dejá, cierra la cortina de la mierda, todavía el sol acá, ¡pac!
Gente, confíen en mi palabra. 8 y media tirando a 9. Yo ya estaba en el baño lavándome los dientes, tirándome body splash. Confíen en mí. Sin música hoy, pero al toque me fui a hacer el mate, tranquilo, a ver la coverage.
Sí, pero no te despertás con la primera luz del día, entonces dejá la cortina cerrada.
No, amigo, vos ¿viste la película del actor este, el que es Forrest Gump? ¿Cómo se llama? El que es mi vecino gruñón, no, la nueva que salió, ¿cómo se llama? El viejo...
Captain's take right now for just a few moments from Yuichi Kato. We saw there Marquito Navajas who was yawning, and I think that yawn summarizes what the first half was. Let's see Yuichi Kato right now.
絶対決める、俺が絶対決める。
もし赤ちゃん負けた時の守備も考えてよ。赤い子。
俺が絶対決めてやるマジで。
it's a kind of an emotional reaction here, isn't it, rather than a verbal one.
Now it's time for the roll of the dice to determine how the first 3 minutes of the second half will be played. It'll be 1v1, John.
This is going to break things up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This is my favorite when we get that the sponsorship logo. And we're still waiting, of course, for our turn to throw that dice out.
Yeah, hopefully the bosses are listening. And
they are listening.
Well,
we know that.
The message is out there. And of course, Blur, the president of Team Italia, who's got 2 goals already in the competition, was in charge of the roll of the dice. And he's right next to us, off to our left, if I'm not mistaken. Let's begin the second half, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, after the second half, Marquito Navajas won't be yawning. We're underway once again. Here come Argentina, Martinez! Martinez fires Argentina into the lead. He's on the score sheet for the first time in the competition. Argentina are on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. A goal that is straight from futsal. The left foot over the ball, the right one to punch it in.
Yeah, we say this is the moment where the goal was coming straight after halftime, and it was perfect as well, the 1v1 scenario.
Here comes Japan, and they are level. Toshiya equalizes for the Japanese. Look at the reaction from Junichi Kato. He certainly loved it. Japan are level. Do not think this match will be easy for either side.
As predicted, the goals are coming. It's the perfect scenario, and there's a chance for something more here as well.
Cheeky, intelligent, right-footed flick there to beat Luis Sanchez and to level it for Japan shortly after the goal from Aaron Martinez.
Perfect way to respond.
Japan to restart. It's Yusei Narita and Toshiya Miyashita for the Asian side against Dago and Luis Sanchez right now. Is Toshiya charging down the left-hand side. Look at the speed on this guy. Left foot on it, blocked. But he gets right back up. We're about to enter the final 60 seconds of the 1v1. Here's Dago on his right foot. Beats his marker, Dago! Blocked by Yusei Narita. What a save from the Japanese goalkeeper.
Great bit of skill though from Dago. He gets soaring, just picking up that turn of pace. We've seen the Japanese goalkeeper staying at home so far.
Through ball, Sanchez gets to it. Sends it right back to Narita. Here come the Japanese. Here's Pablo Miura. Beats his man. Miura still going. Lost track of the ball. And now Argentina have the counter-attack. It's the speedy Facu Romero. Pablo Miura catches up. Romero on his left foot dances, pulls the trigger. And it goes wide. Calls for a deflection, not given by the ref.
Yeah, you can see his goal is going to go left. But again, there's just hardly anything in it between these two. Thanks, John.
Here's the effort from range. Miura straight towards Sanchez. John, just 1 goal each way in the first 23 minutes. From the looks of it, this isn't going to be a high-scoring one.
Well, let's hope that on this occasion you're not quite right. But I just love when we get that the sponsors logo and it's 1v1, because we always get blazing action. And that's exactly what's happened right now. Very good response from Japan after conceding that quick goal by Martinez and Toshiya.
Yeah, and of course there's one thing that's very important to remind our viewers, John, is that when Argentina and Japan faced each other in the second round of the Nations in Italy last year, it wasn't a high-scoring game either. There were just 3 goals. Argentina won 2-1. So right now here in Brazil, things are shaping out to be more or less the same way, at least so far. We're still very early to to draw any sort of conclusion.
And Argentina have only scored 4 goals from open play. It's a little bit worrying for me because I thought Argentina were a pretty decent side playing against strong opposition in Germany. But here, I just wonder if the Japanese could spring a what would be a monumental surprise.
Japan have it. They lose it. The South Americans recover possession. Is Foresto on his left foot. Argentina unable to get the rebound. There's a foul there on Kuga Yokoyama. Yeah, late challenge there from Lescano.
I think our referee's been very lenient today, which I prefer. I prefer a lenient referee, but even I would have maybe dished out more than a verbal warning on that occasion.
And constantly you're going to get, of course, the reactions from the Argentina camp with Marquito Navaja, and of course in the Japanese dugout with Junichi Kato. You saw the difference in their posture at halftime. Marquito Navaja yawning and Junichi Kato very, very tense. Here's Hamamoto to restart with Yusei Narita. He's got the close support from the guy who took that ball to the face a few moments ago, Masaya Nozaki. Secret cards, everyone, can be used up until minute 36. Hopefully they can inject some emotion and adrenaline into this game.
I think we've certainly got the excitement and the adrenaline, but what we've got is determination. First and foremost from both these teams out there. There's plenty of huff and puff.
Ball possession basically down the middle. Just 2 goals, 1 each way. What an even match. If it stays this way, we're heading for a shootout again, and Argentina didn't do very well in the shootout. They did just a little bit better than Germany.
Which is not saying too much.
Exactly, just 1 of the 9 converted. Foresto dispossessed. That's the other Argentine goalkeeper, Leo Silva, the number 1. Vangioni going for the long ball. Is he going to find his target? No, he's not. Steered away by Masaya Nozaki. There he is, Marquito Navaja once again for you. They used to cut the hair of the likes of Kendo Caponi, DJ Tao, Arcangel. I really like listening to Arcangel. He's a great singer.
And still this stalemate.
Yeah, the big break in his career came when Agüero contacted him to join his team at Crew Esports and took him to Italy as Argentina's official streamer for the first edition of the Kings World Cup of Nations last year. A long pass towards the left, interception there from Pablo Miura. Vangioni, calm down, that's what he's saying, calm down, tranquilo, tranquilo, muchachos, tranquilo. Vangioni, blocked by Miura. Sends it up the field. Here come Argentina on the left-hand side. Franco Romero. He's got support. The first-time shot is good. But there's a Japanese goalkeeper by the name of Yusei Narita who's not going to allow it to go through.
That's a great build-up, though, by Argentina. Maybe the finish wasn't the best, but, well, when you look at it from this angle, it was a very good finish.
Yeah, the effort from Fabricio Foresto. That's the guy, I said it before, the only one to score in the shootout against Germany.
I think it's just a little bit worrying here for Argentina. That lack of ability to punch your way through. But again, credit to Japan.
Just 1 goal each way. Toshiya Miyashita scored for Japan. Aaron Martinez scored for Argentina. We have a precedent penalty, ladies and gentlemen. Here come Argentina, 1 last offensive drive. And it's the Japanese who are going to take it with Junichi Kato. This guy scored a golazo of a precedent penalty against the U.S. Can he make it 2 for 2? Not a lot of presidents are 2 for 2 thus far.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time as well, I think, with stalemate out here.
Presidential penalty for the Japanese. The chance for them to take the lead. Once again, there's Eugenio Abatista, the referee from Italy, and there's Junichi Kato. Embracing the role as president in the King's universe, despite not being a traditional soccer professional. So he really brought his streaming fame, his streaming enthusiasm into the King's League.
And he's going, is he going to the goal to the right? I think he is, slowly walking. He's heading towards the goal, but Argentina and Germany had so much trouble finding the back of the net in that shootout a couple of days ago.
Yeah, he's got a large presence on platforms like Twitch, YouTube. Developed a following through gaming, commentary, personality-driven content. I bumped into him a few times here at the arena. Seems like a lovely guy. He takes more than a few steps back. It's Junichi Kato versus Luis Sanchez, or rather Leo Silva, excuse me. Takes his time. Junichi Kato! This time, he cannot find the back of the net. He went for the top corner like he did against the US. Just a little too much power on it, over the crossbar and out. Japan waste their presidential penalty, and the scoreboard stays at 1-1. We now got a president penalty on the other end, John.
Skies it slightly off the penalty spot as well. It's rising very, very slowly, maybe just a whisker over the crossbar. I did say that that goal is problematic at times.
Japan trying to get the counter-attack going, speeding forward. Shingenobu drives it in, straight into Leo Silva, who wants to get the South American counter-attack going. Sandoval drives it inside, couldn't pick out a teammate. As soon as that ball goes out, it's going to be a PK for Marquito Navajas.
And I wonder how much Argentina have been working on their penalties.
Only a few presidents are 2 for 2. We can talk about Alexis Descalzo from Peru. We can talk about Hashmi from Algeria, as well as Blur from Team Italia. Can Marquito Navajas join them? There he is once again, with the number 10 on his back, famously worn by Messi, Maradona. I could go on and on. Marquito Navaja. He was calm, cool, and collected. Look at his boots, look at his cleats. Total 90. Real foot. Marquito Navaja, left foot on it, back of the net. Sensational strike from Marquito Navaja. What a strike from Marquito Navaja to fire Argentina into the lead.
Yeah, he's not messing around from the penalty spot. Can that inspire his side? It was a wonderfully swept in.
What a finish from Marquito Navaja to fire Argentina into the lead.
Did I see secret card? Yes, I did. So Argentina trying to make the cards count, making the president penalty count.
Now Argentina have a secret card as well. Can that give him even more of an edge?
That's a wonderful little flick from Koiga. Are we going to see the card? I think we are.
Bangioni to restart.
No. Yes, the referee's across.
For the South Americans, what's that secret card? What's it going to be? He sounds the whistle. Hold on.
Yeah, he wasn't quite clear with his instructions. Ref on that occasion. Wry smile from him as he strolls across.
Oh, reverse penalty.
Reverse penalty. So Argentina are going to select someone from the Japanese dugout to take a penalty kick. If they miss, it's going to count as a goal for...
Did I hear the
the South American side.
Did I hear Agata? They kept saying number 6. Is he going to be the penalty taker?
Shohei Agata, he's the only player to score for Japan at the World Cup last year.
Surely not
penalty.
him.
Reverse penalty.
Yeah, Agata's gone forward.
Reverse penalty.
So that's an interesting choice. If he's there, you want to score
penalty.
last year,
reverse penalty.
Argentina players.
Okay.
Being told to wait. So, reverse penalty. If he scores, it does not help Japan.
George,
if he misses, it helps Argentina.
In the pitch.
Shohei Agata to take it. Leo Silva between the sticks for Argentina. There's the whistle. Here's Agata. Never any doubt, was there? Calm, cool, collected. He smashes it down the center. Plays it safe.
Yeah, no messing around. Keeper's always got to commit. It's very rare that you see a keeper not moving to one side or the other.
Free kick there.
So that slender lead for Argentina continues. Are we heading towards another shootout? There's still a long way to go, of course, between now and then.
We're closing in on minute 30, almost halfway in, just 3 goals. Argentina just 1 goal in the lead. This was the result last year at the Nations in Italy, and a very important result for Argentina, as you can see, climbing to first, dropping the US to second. The US will be playing Germany tomorrow.
Kaká will be here in this very stadium tomorrow.
Stop there.
And this is interesting for Japan.
Next stop,
get themselves a free kick. It's quite a way out. There's the challenge.
We have a secret card on the Japanese side to try and get them back into this game.
Wasted free kick for the Japanese. Just a reminder of that previous scoreline. One-sided match. Chile, Morocco. You're seeing the live match in the card.
Goal ×2.
Okay.
So if Japan score, they turn it around. They have 4 minutes of double goal privileges. Can they capitalize on it?
That's a nice card to have, isn't it? Very nice card to have.
No, it's an error. It's an error. It's an error.
Argentina restart. Going for the long ball. Foresto gets a touch. It's flicked up. Lescano's going to battle for it.
Yeah, it wouldn't drop for him.
Here come Argentina. Franco Romero, he's got the support. Vangioni, goal line cut back, blocked. He'll get a second attempt. It's lifted in. Foresto lands it on frame.
A header that's fairly tame. Again, that lack of firepower from Argentina is going to worry them.
Here comes Japan vying for the equalizer.
Argentina not conceding that many, but not scoring many either. 95 goals. And their total so far. Went through that shootout against Germany.
Is Toshia going for the long ball. It is a good one. Almost enough for an equalizing at least chance.
Yeah, big centre forwards, well picked out here. I think he's caught in 2 minds. Go for the header or try to chest it down. Went for the latter in the end.
Here comes Japan. It's booted away. For the next 4 minutes, 2.5 now. Japan have double goal privileges. That's why they're pressing.
Yeah, they've turned it up a notch, haven't they, the Japanese? Got to be careful they don't get caught out, but Argentina are pegged back here.
Here's the effort from Rage. Pablo Miura gets it on target. And Leo Silva gets the save.
That was a top-class save. Good effort as well on the Brazilian Japanese.
Miura on his left foot. Corner kick for Japan. Miura drives it in. Interception there. Facu Romero goes for the long ball.
Now Argentina look like they've run out of steam a little bit, but knowing that Japan have that double goal privilege, maybe just sitting back, don't forget to sync with the KWC Nations Championship, the 2026 schedule, and the Kingsley Pro. Do that as quickly as you can.
There's the long ball. What a strike from Facu Navajas. Sanchez. Yeah, very important. On our website, you can get tickets to the final, merchandise. You can check out the statistics. I'm a big nerd when it comes to numbers. So teams, the players, stats, all that sort of stuff, you can find on our website.
Big nerd, full stop.
Big nerd, full stop. I'll admit it. That's why you and me are doing this, buddy.
Absolutely. Tight here, isn't it? Argentina, Japan.
Very tight. Here's Miura from range, blocked.
You know, right, I was saying right at the kickoff, Argentina, I think, will be far too strong for Japan.
That's what I think most people were thinking that. Look at this game, wide open.
It is absolutely wide open. It's anybody's match.
Here's Masaya Nozaki. Here, Japan trying to build an offensive play. Argentina sitting back, just hoping for a counterattack. Foresto charging towards the ball, entangles himself with Kuga Yokoyama, who recovers for Japan.
Yeah, at times I don't think Argentina have been good enough this afternoon, this early evening rather. That 2-minute privilege is about to go out the window, and now maybe Argentina will press forward a little bit more.
With this result here, we're entering shootout mode, but only just. Pablo Miura from range. Or rather, match ball mode, only just. Thank you for correcting me, John. That's why you are an incredible partner, buddy.
Silent correction, just gave him a few thumbs and fingers.
It was enough.
The match ball mode will mean...
Here come Argentina! What a laser from Lescano!
You know, we've got to give credit to the keepers today. Both have pulled off some really, really good stops. And the MVP at the moment as well, Anthony, is going to be hard. Will it be one of the keepers who snatches it?
Corner kick taken back post, yes. Usain Arita, I think, certainly deserves it.
Yeah, we've seen some good stops as well from the Argentine keepers, but yeah, Narita, I think, has been top class.
Or maybe even the president, right, Marquito Navajas.
Are they included in the vote?
I don't think so, but...
Yeah, a penalty, isn't it?
In a game like this. We're about to enter match ball mode because Argentina lead by only 1 goal. Sideline throw for Los Hermanos.
And if we stay as we are with the scoreline, match ball really becomes interesting because Argentina would need the goal. Japan, with the scoreline so close, are well in it.
Argentina looking to go further than when they did in Italy last year. They came very close to the semifinals. They lost in the shootout to Mexico. Little nutmeg there. Nice little move, cheeky. Sideline throw for the Japanese, pushing for that equalizer. Trying to force the shootout mode, but I don't think there's going to be enough time, really. Ezequiel Cohen to restart. Leo Silva boots it forward. Here's Franco Romero.
Yeah, they've done that a few times, Argentina. Unable to connect properly. More than one occasion.
Here's the effort from range. We will be entering match ball mode since Argentina are winning just 2-1. This game is wide open. The lowest scoring game so far of the competition.
Yeah, again, that lack of firepower for me is a worrying thing from Argentina.
Yeah, but I agree with you there, my friend. Japan also in that mix of lack of firepower. Alrighty, match ball moment is coming up soon, and this part always reminds me of Fortnite. You know why? Because it's that moment when you are down to the final 2.
No, perché sta hablando troppo.
Stay very much on. Don't miss it up. That's the moment, really, to watch out for. Because we know the same thing here, that one play can decide the whole match.
It's that mix of chaos and tense calm that's so good, both on the pitch and on the Fortnite island.
Yeah, chat, if you want to feel that later, you know what to do, but for now, eyes on this, because it could end in a second. It really can here. That is the point we are at in this match.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, T-minus 20 seconds away before the match ball mode. Remember, everyone who's watching across planet Earth, we begin this moment 5v5, okay? So the players have more space, more time to score, to concede as well, to make the right decision, to make the wrong decision too. It's all or nothing. That's what it is, do or die. Make sure you vote for the MVP of the match. Martinez and Facu are the options for Argentina. Toshia and Yusei Narita, the goalkeeper, the options for the Japanese. We got the drums going. Listen to the Trident Arena right now. Such incredible atmosphere. Shigenobu halted in his tracks, dispossessed. Japan trying to win it back with Hamamoto. Everyone gets entangled there in the mix. It's a loose ball for Argentina. Facu Navarra Sanchez dispossessed by Kuga Yokoyama.
You know, I really love this stage of the game where fewer players out there. It's such a leveler as well. Far harder when it's 7 against 7. As that clock ticks down and we lose more players, as we're about to do so in the next few seconds, it really means that this is so open.
It's Shuhei Agata, the player who scored the reverse penalty to keep Argentina from claiming an even bigger lead. Is the effort from range. Everyone inside this arena, including myself, thought that went in. The drone angle
really was a cracking
Wait, hold on a
strike.
second. That ball did not go in. That ball did not go in.
Not quite sure what the officials thought there, but double check. Of course, there's a net. The net is fairly solid. Every second they just thought it smashed in. It was well worthy of it.
Fagione! A rocket to force Yusei Narita to work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the game's picking up. The game is picking itself up. Here come Argentina. Facu Romero is going to lay it off for Luis Sanchez. He changes direction.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Facu Romero! That was so close.
Yeah, that deflected shot, almost deceiving the keeper. Goal for Argentina, seals it. Japan, if they can get themselves on the score sheet.
Here's Hakozaki. Pablo Miura. Yusei Narita, the last man for Japan, inside the circle there.
10,
Toshia.
9, 8, 7.
The turn off the post! Japan are denied by the medal, the equalizer. What a spin there from Toshia Miyashita to find the space so close.
And you know, The funny thing is, oh, that's fingertips. Maybe they're just fingertip saves, took it onto the network. The funny thing is, it was the referee who was kind of prompting him to take the shot with the countdown.
Yeah, he was saying, hurry up, buddy, make up your mind. And Toshia said, you know what, this is what I could think of. And it was a great idea. Almost get things level for Japan. It's now 3v3.
It's on a knife edge.
Argentina with 3 outfield players. Japan have 2. Facu Romero. Here's Lescano! How does this ball not go in? You just cannot believe it.
Again, it is worrying for Argentina over the length of this tournament. That lack of cutting edge. They've only scored 5 goals. One of them came from the penalty spot.
Remember what I said at the beginning mistakenly, 45 minutes. We were already past 40, John.
Well, you might be right, actually. Are we heading for a 90? So tight.
Here's Toshia accelerating, drives it across. It's a loose ball. Cut back, and the effort from Hamamoto. Kazuki Hamamoto goes wide.
And the layoff was just a little wayward.
It's about to become 2v2.
And it is so tiring as well. It's exhausted players out there. And as for me, as I said, the fewer players, it is such a leveler.
Yeah, it's going to be 2v2, just the goalkeeper and 1 outfield player. For Argentina, just Luis Sanchez and Dago Campari. For Japan, by the looks of it, it's Pablo Miura and Yusei Narita, or will it be Toshia and Yusei Narita? Either way, vote for the MVP of the match. You see the banner down below.
Goalkeeper, substitution, goalkeeper.
Marquito Navajas, a lot more tense now. Junichi Kato on his feet as well.
Okay.
The words there from Eugenio Abatista, the Italian ref.
No
Very
pressure.
vocal over the course of the game.
No pressure. Okay.
No pressure.
Goalkeeper in the area. Okay. Thanks, my friend. I don't see a corner. Sorry. Apologize. Thanks.
Almost 42 minutes, 2v2. Is Toshia against Dago. Trying to find space, accelerating. Beats the goalkeeper, doesn't have an angle though. Toshia still with it, dancing, looking for an angle. He's got the footwork, and he almost has the goal. It slices across and it goes wide.
Toshia, I think, has been really impressive. Really impressive, the player. Interesting as well, Japan's keeper staying well back. So he's on his own, the number 10.
Gracias, Juan. Gracias.
Is Facu Romero, the MVP of the last game. Dances, Facu Romero tries to switch direction, looking for an angle, still going. Facu Romero, Toshia, or rather Kuga Yokoyama giving him a very tough time. Dances, can he get a shot on frame? No, he can't. Japan are able to hold off Argentina in match ball mode.
Again, it's a little conservative from both sides, both keepers staying back at home, which means it's all down to the individual skill of the front runner. And it's a big old pitch when you're on your own. Now this is interesting from Argentina.
2v1 when it comes to outfield players. The passing simply has to be better. Lescano, if you want to seal the deal, buddy. Now Japan get the offensive drive. They're going to get 2 outfield players versus 1. On the field right now is Ryohei Tanabe, that guy right there, the number 13.
Yeah, Argentina now with a regular goalkeeper. They went with 2 outfield players after Japan has done.
43 minutes on the clock. Japan with fresh legs. Ryohei. Here's Ryohei. Can he get it in? No, he can't. Luis Sanchez, he's going to go from coast to coast. You have got to be kidding me. What a goal from Luis Sanchez. From coast to coast, from goal to goal. It simply does not get any better than that. We are going to be talking about this goal all week long, next week as well, even after the competition is over. Luis Sanchez, the hero for Argentina. 3-1 for the South Americans. Make that 2-2 for Kun Agüero's team. Wow, John.
Well, we have been talking about the importance of the keepers throughout this tournament. They've not got the recognition that they deserve, but what a absolutely fabulous finish. You could not ask for anything better than that. The ball just seemed to hang in the air for an eternity, everyone with their hearts in their mouths, and you saw the stream of Argentine players just make that dash across to the keeper. But what a fabulous way to round off this game. You've got to feel a bit sorry for Japan. They really put in a decent shift. They really tested Argentina. Argentina squeezed through, not only for the first time in this tournament, they've done it again. They squeezed through against Germany, they squeezed through against Japan here, but only just with an outrageous goal.
Yeah, squeezing through in 2 games, and I think we can agree they're going to have to do a lot better if they want to shoot for the stars in this competition. You say Narita, he was extraordinary. The Japanese goalkeeper, he was at the Nations in Italy. He's going to pick up the MVP of the match.
Yeah, we talked about the goalkeepers, and that's a good call for the MVP, although he was outshone in the end by his opposite number in goal for Argentina. But what a game.
Yeah, you know, John, we had a few coast-to-coast goals over the course of the competition. You can talk about one from Matias Ejeda from Chile, one from Daniel Dressen from Germany, but I think this one from Luis Sanchez tops them all. The third for Argentina, a very low-scoring game. I believe the game in the competition thus far with the least amount of goals, but the South Americans get it done. The final game will be against Team USA. Look at the celebration there of Argentina. You saw the results in the earlier game. Chile beat Morocco 6-1. Let's have a look at the standings. This is how they are looking. Chile shooting to the top of Group A, snatching that position away from Morocco. Argentina shooting to the top of Group B, snatching that position away from the United States. Italy at the top of Group C, Spain at the top of Group D, Indonesia at the top of Group E. That group will be playing tomorrow.
Yeah, the table's now taking shape. They've managed to do it, but only just. But it's the win that counts right now. You get yourself into gear in this group stage. You get ready for the quarterfinals and the semis if you can get that far.
Vamos Argentina, the words from the Argentine players. Luis Sanchez, this is a day he's never going to forget. Look what we have coming up tomorrow. First game, India versus Team Mexico, and then Qatar versus Brazil, the host. Keeping in mind, everyone, the president penalty for that later game will be taken by Kaká. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone. John, what a pleasure.
Big night coming up tomorrow. Join us then.
Bye-bye, everyone. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.